Why, hello there. Good meowing, good afternoon, or good evening. Whatever time it is for you, thank you so much for stopping by, and welcome to tonight's stream. Well, the ad is still running. It shouldn't be. It keeps starting way late. So, I may need to adjust that timing. Because it's supposed to be like, give it a minute, and then the ad plays, and then there's another minute, and then it starts, and then like stream starts. But it seems to not like doing that. It seems to really not like starting when I told it should start. So, you know, we're just gonna pop over here for a moment. Hello, it's me. I'm just gonna sit here for a smidgen a rooney of a second as I remember to do one thing, because I did forget to do a thing. Okay. So that should be that, and then that should be that. Okay! It finally decided it wanted to work with me again. So yay. Hi, General! Well, thank you so much for stopping by while you had a moment. Tonight, we are playing Lost in Limbo, which is a demo for a game that is going to be coming out soon. I believe it's going into Kickstarter. Believe so. But it is by Raven Star Games, and they are a lovely 4-person little indie studio, and we always love ourselves indie games over here. So finally, without any further ado, we can pop over here now. Hello, it's me. Boing! Hello. Let me turn the game volume up. Hi, Shani. Yep, I'm doing pretty alright. I know, long time no see. Oh, I have to adjust the window size. Hold on. I forgot how big the window is. There we go. Nah. Alright, so I have not played much of this game other than just figuring out that things were all right. So skip red text. We're gonna do music a bit up, and then because we're gonna do text speed way up. Yeah, no, I'm already like super into the menu. The UI is freaking fantastic. Actually, yeah. Actually, that music volume can go a lot higher. I don't know if this track is just specifically quiet, but yeah. That way up. And then, yeah, text speed for me pretty much all the way up. And then, yep, text size is good. I don't want to mute everything. There's voices. There are voices. This is voiced, I believe. I'm like 90% certain, so exciting. All right. So, without further ado, with further ado, I need to put in the chat the link to this game on Steam. If you are interested in this game, please go wishlist it. It's great help for the developers. As well, if you are interested in learning more about it, I have them tagged on my announcement post on Twitter, but you can find the devs on Twitter here, and they have they have announcements about the game and all of that, but I'm so freaking excited to play this. Let's just get in it. Let's just get in it. New game. Yeah. Okay, it contains flashing lights. Okay. Turn off if you have photosensitivity. I do not. But I love it. Yes! All right. We get to customize our name. So my first name, well, don't you know it's Prince. Last name, Melorosia. Pronouns he, him. Yes! Absolutely beautiful. All right. Continue. Are you sure this can't be changed later? Yep. 100% certain. Oh. In my dreams, I see a black tower. Oh. It has no beginning and no end. No doors and no windows. No past and no purpose. Okay, okay, so that's obviously save. That's obviously load. That's our options. This is, I guess, history probably? Play might be for skipping, but that also might be skipping. I don't know for certain. It was there before our kind took its first breath, and it will be there long after we take its last. I'm already like, ooh. It knows not time. Oh, it knows not of time or reason. It is greater than life and truer than death.
Hi, Zellum. Hello.
I used to be afraid of it. Every time I closed my eyes, it was there, waiting, immobile and ever-present. I often wondered what it wanted from me. As infinite as it was, it lacked a voice. My questions remained unanswered, night after night. Now, I know I should have listened more closely. It was a clear warning, one I was determined to ignore. The warning about oversleeping. Even if the answer had been right before me, would I have been willing to understand? Would I have been able to turn my back on what was dearest to me? A bird! I will immediately say the art is fucking gorgeous. I'm just like, ooh, pretty. Oh. Hi there, dude. Yes, I do wonder why I am telling you this now. Maybe, even after everything, I still harbor love for you in my heart. Oh. Did we break up? Oh, hi. Hi! You think you outsmarted me, don't you? Oh no, was I supposed to? What will come next is inevitable. You are only delaying what was written in the foundation of the universe long, long ago. Well, unfortunately, I don't do amazingly well with being told what to do, sir, so... This was bound to happen. You are meant to fail, and I am meant to succeed. Wow. For a man made of light, you sure are ego heavy. So why do you insist on continuing this charade? Are you truly this desperate? Probably. Or have you finally gone mad? I mean, that's also an option. I love that we're just silent. We're not even dignifying this dude with a response. Or maybe we are. Or maybe he's just reading our facial expressions. I see.
Hi, Lilith. Oh my gosh, you just woke up indiquely. Good meowing.
We are having just a wonderful time getting sassed by a man of light. Well, that's not what I meant to do. You think of yourself as special, don't you? The chosen one, the savior, the hero.
Aw, thank you so much for stopping by, Caden. I really appreciate it. Yeah, thank you so much for giving me a key. I'm so happy that I was able to stream this. My goodness, yeah. Sleep well, sleep well. And yeah, the VOD will be available here and on YouTube as well, so thank you for giving me the opportunity. I really appreciate it.
It must hurt knowing you're none of those things. It must make you lie awake at night knowing someone else now has what was once yours. What is crueler than having no place to go, but having no one to be? I mean, having my limbs ripped off probably, but... And yet you say nothing. Even now, as you stand at the edge of the abyss, you refuse to so much as mumble a word. Yes, I am being spicy. Refusing to talk to you. Oh, you could beg for forgiveness, for help, but you won't. You're damn right I won't. I will struggle until the end. Time is not on your side, betrayer. You will soon have to face me. Oh. I will erode the hope of those who denied me. I will feed the fear of the disloyal and the broken, and when they look to the sky begging for salvation, they will hope to see me. Not if I usurp you first. Oh, okay. No, he's not a good man of light. And my wanderer. My dear wanderer will be the key to a new and glorious birth. Oh! Remember, betrayer, the Midnight Tower is not my prison. It is my fortress.
Keep telling yourself that. Keep telling yourself that. So that was weird. But also very intriguing. Huh?
Oh, I fell asleep. I wiped the drool off my chin with the back of my hand. The lobby of the occult and esoteric shop is as empty as it was when we got here.
I blame ya. Blessings.
The old clock marks more than an hour since Evie disappeared behind that door to get a tarot reading. Yeah, definitely not toxic. No. No one has come in or out since. Oh. The cheap, whimsical playlist coming out of the speakers of the waiting room is the only company I have. I mean, how big of a tarot reading are you getting done? I mean, I know stuff that can take an hour, but chances are no one even knows I'm still waiting here. And yet, the first sensation that takes over me when the haze of sleep dissipates is that of someone watching me. It's been happening again recently, that buzzing in my nape, the disgusting tickle of 1,000 eyes digging in the back of my head, following me everywhere. Hi! Hi, tower! You can't see me! I'm flipping you off! Ugh, that blasted tower again. The dream is getting longer with each passing day, more detailed, more permanent. Now it even haunts my sporadic naps. I close my eyes. What is crueler than having no place to go, but having no place to be? Yeah, no, the art is drop dead gorgeous. For as long as I can remember, this dream has been a part of my life. An infinite tower decomposing in the bleeding night sky. Have we talked to anyone about this? It's a cryptic nightmare typical of the imaginative mind of a kid. You know, I was gonna say, I don't know if I've ever had a nightmare that, like that. But then I remember that I did have a nightmare as a kid, where, I was in the car with my earth parrots going on a cross-country trip to go see, some extended family. And I looked in the back of the car, and my parrots were tied up in the back. And when I looked in the front of the car, giant ants were driving. So maybe weird nightmares are just a kid thing. Something you let go of when you get older. But I didn't. It lingered until I stepped out of Feyborn to live my own life. Then it disappeared without a trace. But since I moved back 2 weeks ago, it's been visiting most nights again, as if it had been waiting for me to return. Do we have trauma in the city? I can't say I'm surprised it's back, though. My mind has never been in a worse place than it is now. We do. Jobless, broke, living back with my mom and grandmother in the old family home, waiting for my best friend to get tired of asking questions about her future to a stranger that allegedly has supernatural powers. Yeah, sounds like our life kind of sucks at the moment. And dealing with ominous dreams provoked by feelings of anxiety and dread. We had seen a therapist. One therapist I saw had an interesting hypothesis. Having my grandmother constantly claiming the town is cursed may have had some effects on my brain as a kid. The scary tower was a result of it. Yeah, I mean, that could be it. Based on Grandma's superstitious thinking, the longer I stay here, the more evil rubs off on me. That means I'm cursed by now following that logic, and everyone else who lives here. You'd think they would notice if they were. That's terrifying. Maybe if I believed in those kinds of things, it would bring some kind of relief. I could try to uncurse myself if that was possible. Cleanse, purify? I'm not sure what word would be. Oh, our friend is sending us memes. A text from Evie, who should not be texting while she's getting her fortune read. Attached to the text is a poorly taken photo of what appears to be a bunch of rocks thrown on top of a round table. SFL, save for later. I don't think you're supposed to sneak a photo of... Anyway. Yeah, nothing has changed. My lifelong best friend is still obsessed with the occult and is ecstatic to bring me along for the ride now that I'm back. My grandmother, who is close to 100 years but has the spirit of a 25-year-old, keeps insisting that the town is cursed and wants me gone again, the sooner the better. My mother is on the verge of having a fist fight with that very same grandmother if she dares to pull another one of her stunts to protect us from evil spirits. The only sliver of normalcy I have in my life right now is my daily job hunting. Besides that, I got nothing. At the end of the day, there's nothing in my mind but the gnawing fear of having made a mistake so far back in time that it's too late to fix it. A business card slips off its neat stack on top of the table in front of me. A bunch of flashy flyers lie next to them. Feyborn is a dull little place, but it offers a stream of surprisingly affluent mystics, seers, and so on. This Master Lysander has been the talk of the town for a while. It looks like he's trying to make a brand for himself with his expensive costumes and flamboyant aesthetics straight out of a fantasy book for teenagers. I put the business card back into place and pick up one of the flyers. Glitter falls from its pages and into my lap when I open the thick, glossy fold-out paper. If this man has made every single one of his advertisements a glitter bomb, I'm gonna laugh my ass off. A wandering mage seeking knowledge, offering enlightenment. Oh yeah, damn, my 14-year-old self would have loved this. The solution to break the curse that falls on the city lies nowhere else but in my powerful mind. Do you have uncertainties? Do you feel lost? Master Lysander's readings have the answers. Get 15% off your first reading. Quiet the mind and the soul will speak. Abandon the mundane noise. Make your appointment now. Waiting list is 2 months. Wow, happiness just a teardrop away. Oh, cool, read it again. A wandering mage seeking knowledge and offering enlightenment. The solution to break the curse that falls on the city lies nowhere else but in my powerful mind. No way. This man also thinks the town is haunted? That makes 2 people in all of Feyborn, which isn't much, but it's weird enough. Aha! Maybe every place he visits is haunted. Convenient, am I right, Master Lysander? You could mean anywhere. Bro? Hi. Did I bother you? What's up? I pressed the flyer against my chest. A door has opened with a rumbling thud, and a shadowy figure stands at the other side of the room.
The reading can begin now.
Voice volume is all the way up. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to up the volume here.
The reading can begin now.
Is that better on y'all's end? Because seeing that on my visualizer, it was very quiet. You know, our friend might have set up a reading. It's still much lower than me. Okay. I'll turn it all the way up.
The reading can begin now.
Nope, I need to actually boost it. Yeah, filters. Gain 2. Yeah. Well, everything is kind of a little quiet, so...
The reading can begin now.
Okay, that should be better-ish. For a moment, I don't know if they're talking to me or if another customer has come in during my lapse in attention. It only takes a brief inspection to check there's no one else around, though. It's just us. Okay, I need to lower the music then. Okay. They gesture with their arm, holding the door wide open in clear invitation. What do I have to lose? I mean, it's not like he's asking to be paid. He might be asking to be paid at the end, but any sort of person knows to ask for payment up front. All right, fine. Yeah, exactly. Oh, well. It's either getting a tarot reading or wallowing in my misery while I wait for Evie to finish up. And that could take, what, 3 hours? I wouldn't be surprised if Master Lysander kicks her out. Before I could open my mouth, however, I remember something crucial. Sorry, I didn't book a session. My friend's already there with your colleagues, so...
On the house. Your soul looks like it craves some advice.
Please don't look at my soul. Oh, cool, it's free. Yeah, so we literally have nothing to lose. Oh. I managed not to make any weird faces. As much as this is not my thing, I'm not about to laugh at it either. Out loud, at least. My soul is kind of fine. You don't need to bother.
Mind you, my colleague won't appreciate you digging a hole in our floor without good reason.
Oh yeah, don't worry, I don't work here. Yeah, the least comforting thing someone could say. Their eyes are pointedly aiming at my leg, my rapidly bouncing leg. As I look down at my own leg. I stop immediately, heat crawling on my face. Hey, it's just the ADHD. All right, yeah, either pay up or stop pacing. Maybe I can get another funny prediction to add to the pile. Would be way more entertaining than sitting here staring at the ceiling for God knows how long. I stand up from my seat and their smile broadens. As I follow them, I give one last glance at the door. Evie disappeared. Oh, at the door, Evie disappeared behind. I'm sure I'll be done before she is anyway. Inside the room, the psychic stands in front of a bookshelf, their fingers hovering over the spines of the many books tucked neatly inside. It's a small place that barely has space to move around. The air is heavy, charged with different smells mixing together in a distinct perfume. Please, close the door and take a seat. I reluctantly look back at the waiting room. There's an odd pressure in my chest I can't get rid of. No, I've never been intimidated by places like this. I'm not about to start now. Just a heart attack oncoming. I push the door until it's... Yeah. Until it's sealed, sending a flurry of some kind of sparkling powder from the floor. I don't like that. Did we just break a, like, protection thing? As I take my seat, the seer starts rummaging around. When they finally sit in front of me, they place a small notebook near the edge of the table. It's shabby, to say the least. The faded cover still has some visible white lines, but I can't make any sense of the drawings they used to form.
I have been waiting for you.
Oh. Okay. How did you know my name? My heart skips a beat. How do you... They smile slowly.
The one between told me about you. They knew you would come to me today.
The one between? Huh? The one between. That's a new one. A mortar and pestle joined the book on the table. You gotta make me a snack? As well as a slim wooden box and an ink bottle with a brush seated on top. No need to be so surprised. You more than anyone should be familiar with the ways of the occult. Thanks. Huh? My face drops a bit, but I'm quick to cover it up. By the way their grin widens, I can tell I failed. There's no way they know about me or my family. They're surely only reciting a spell they use to impress every client that steps into this room. Discomfort worms its way into my chest, but inside it, there's the slightest spark of curiosity. Share your thoughts with me. My thoughts? I feel like something happened to us, yeah. The first thing crossing your mind. The key to getting acquainted with one's psyche lies in spontaneity. Well, unfortunately for you, I am not all that great at that.
Your mind, your inner self, knows more about what haunts you than you do yourself.
Wait, before we start, I have to warn you. I don't believe in this kind of thing. I don't mean to disrespect your work in the slightest. You may be wasting your time with me. There's a deliberately crafted balance inside you. You do not believe, but I can see you're quite sensitive to the ways the common folk consider unorthodox. There's a pointed pause as they tilt their head. Oh, that makes sense. Your family's influence, yes? My mouth opens to ask, but I stop myself. They know what I'm about to say. And I know what they would answer. The one between told me. Can you request a refund from the one between? Because I'm probably the least compliant client you'll have. You must know then how the minds of a chosen few are prone to connecting with unusual places and forces. The air becomes stiff and dense around me, and the shadows behind their figures seem to elongate until I can make out the shape of the tower. Yeah, no refunds. You see, it's easier to enlighten the unbelieving than it is to take devotion away from the faithful. I assume you're planning to enlighten me then? You are an interesting individual. Thanks. We both have our reasons to walk the paths we chose. That we do. Now, as much as I would be ecstatic to discuss this further with you, shall you indulge me? I'm very interested in what that mind of yours is hiding. Okay, the first thing's crossing my mind, huh? Right now there's a bunch of things I could talk about. All of these sound like great things to ask. What does the one between say about me? Well, I guess, how is the town cursed? We now have two people saying the town's cursed. So, your boss thinks Faeborn's cursed. My boss? Master Lysander? Ah, you disagree? Their head bobs slightly in silent pondering. Are you single? Where my brother sees a curse. Oh, brother. I see a blessing, an opportunity. This town lies in a place whose reflection harbors deep suffering. Fun. Whose? They nod. The scar in Limbo's chest eases a hatred that seeps into our world, corrupting it. This town rests at its peak where it's most damaged. Or so the ancient tomes say. I do think we could help it heal, even if we are trapped in our own reality, for the benefit of both realms. That we are in such an important location must mean we were chosen to do something. Or it's just wrong place, wrong time. But yes, you could say it is a curse. Okay, cool, so roundabout yes. You said no first, and now you're saying yes. I can't see my own face, but judging by their low chuckle, I know surprised doesn't begin to describe it. Why do you ask? Curiosity? I know I'm not the best liar around, but they don't have to laugh like that. I see your sharp little canine fangs, sir. I shall refrain from refuting you. Curiosity, then. As they open their notebook to the last page to produce a red ribbon, I'm left staring vacantly at some random point in the room. Grandma has never been so thorough with her arguments about the town being haunted, or cursed. She merely limits herself to squawking day and night about the danger I'm in by staying in Faeborn. There's never been any mention of ancient tomes, or scar oozing hatred, or a boogeyman with a cheesy name like the one between. This person really has put some thought into this. Whatever this is. And honestly, hearing someone talk about that stuff so seriously is enough to make you squirm. Superstitious or not. It gives me a bad feeling, to say the least. Under my vigilant stare, they tie one end of the ribbon around their wrists. They extend their hand to me, leaving it on top of the table. How about you wash the hand first, just to be 100% certain of everything. Then maybe. I hesitate. Something doesn't sit right with me. It hasn't for a while now, but why does every word they say sound so familiar? I can't say I believe any of their words, but the shadow of doubt is starting to settle in my chest.
Oh, thank you, Lilith.
Worst case scenario, Evie has been scammed and these people are weirdos. But what if this really gives me some answers? You seem to be particularly interested in me.
Thank you for her pass.
Oh! I was hoping you would. What do you win with this? If I stood up and left now, what would she lose? My patron would be disappointed. I don't expect to recruit or convert you. I merely wish to give you insight, to give you the choice you've never been granted. Let's make a deal then. If I go through with this, you'll let me ask you as many questions as I want, and you'll answer them. Their shoulders relax with a timid exhale.
I give you my word that after this whole ordeal is over, you will have the answers you seek.
Coolio. Good. Not that their word really means anything, but I'll take it for now. I place my hand on theirs, and to my utter disbelief, they flip it over. They don't seem interested in the lines of my palm. Instead, they tie the other end of the ribbon around my wrist with delicacy and then dip the brush in ink. As they do, I sneak my other hand into my pocket where my phone is. If something happens, I just have to press the power button 5 times. Then it's 10 seconds of countdown until emergency services are notified. I mean, it's good that we know that. I sound crazy. Nothing's gonna happen. The seer stops before the tip of the brush can touch my skin, their eyes finding mine. I give them permission with a curt nod. Wonderful, he's still asking for consent. It's oddly fascinating. I thought I had seen everything. Oil, water, riddles, ashes, needles. Needles? But this is new. I close my eyes, focusing on the almost soothing sensation of the brush caressing me.
Yes, relax. Let your mind wander far, far away, to places you never believed you could go.
Okay. Their voice is so captivating, it's impossible not to melt on my seat, concentrating on the feeling of the ink coating my skin. My hand is left on top of the table as they draw theirs away. The wood pressing under my finger throbs. My fingers. On the black empty canvas that covers my eyes, I see something slithering up. High in the sky. He put snakes in my eyes. Oh! I don't think I will. I think I should stay as far away from the radiating black tower as possible. See it, connect with it. Oh. The tower. It materializes before me, so alive I could reach out and touch it. There's a lonely path carved in the mountains, disappearing behind a thick curtain of fog.
Thank you for head pass.
What do you want from me? What are you? I hear a metallic shing. Oh? Raising goosebumps on my limbs, I become aware of the silence, of the rumbling of something beneath my feet. There's that strange tickle on the back of my neck again, slowly taking the shape of a pair of eyes. Fuck! Something pins my hand to the table. Did I just get stabbed? My hand! The pain doesn't strike right away. Fear does. What? Wait, why? The blade of the knife has digged through my palm, digging deep into the wood. Blood seeps through the grooves and stains them red. I can't breathe. My sweaty thumb slips away from my phone. I don't know how many times I managed to press the button before my body goes numb. I slump over the table. Oh, Hands slither along my limbs, sharp nails digging into my skin, pressing me down against the freezing wood.
Please don't be scared.
Oh, how would I not? I don't blink when I raise my eyes to the seer, still sitting calmly in front of me. They look at me with grotesque adoration, placing their hand on top of mine. Oh! Oh, no. They're bleeding too, and our blood mixes in an indistinguishable crimson stream.
We all have to play our part in this.
And that involves stabbing me? Oh, boy. Their face draws closer to mine, but I can't recoil. I can't fight this agony turning my limbs to stone.
I have played mine, and now it's time for you to play yours.
They raise their fingers to my hair, brushing it off my face. Fight. Oh. Ugh. Fight, Wanderer. I have a name. Fight. If you want to live, fight. Fight. Okay. Oh, there's so many options to fight. Fight, please. A strength that should not be within me rushes through my veins, inhuman and raw. My free hand curls around the handle of the knife at a dizzying speed. Yeah, I yank the blade out from my hand, drawing an arc through the air with my bubbling blood. Oh. The knife's edge glides across the seer's face. Their flesh resists the blade, skin and muscle pushing back against my grip to no use. That didn't sound like no use. Everything breaks. Like red ribbons carried by the wind, the seer's face explodes into thin strips of meat and blood. Cool!
No! No! This can't be happening! This was not the deal!
Yeah, no wonder this reading was free. Oh. The last thing I see before white pierces my eyes is the seer's face, twisting beyond recognition as the flesh around their mouth tears with terrifying sound. Oh! A violent gust of wind pushes me back against the chair. The furniture is lifted into the air, flying around like sheets of paper, and I cling to the knife for dear life. The chair gives in. Gravity pulls me down at a speed that flips my stomach over. It burns. Oh, and now we're on fire! This is just Prince's no good, very bad day. Oh, blessings. Ah! Flames lick my skin, burning past my clothes and flesh until they reach bone. I try to open my eyes, only to screw them shut again with a wail, afraid they'll turn to ashes like the rest of me. I can't hear anything but a ringing in my brain. I don't know if my voice is reaching anyone as I scream for help. I crash into something. The ground, probably. My bones break one after the other like the keys of a piano being violently played. My charred skin comes apart until my raw flesh is in the open. Oh, wow, we're having a really bad time. Yeah, another game of fire. And the raging gale carrying me transforms into a million needles, pricking every spot they can reach. Then there's just silence, around me and inside me. The sensation of my bones shattering into splinters feels like soft droplets of rain caressing my body. I'm dead. This must be it. This must be what dying feels like. Within the agonizing plague of thoughts tearing my brain apart, there's a clear revelation that leaves no emotion behind. I'm gonna die. Oh, awaken, my wanderer. Oh, we're back here. I see the night sky. How the fuck did I get outside? Pearlescent tears glint in the vast darkness of the world, above and below, as far as the eye could see. The soft hands of the void brush my hair away from my face and brace the soles of my feet. I'm standing. Or so I think. I could see my bones peeking through the sliced and scorched meat my body once was. Oh, and I feel nothing. Great! You are here, but you are not. There's no sense of direction. Yeah, that's probably a very bad sign. Left and right merge with up and down, and the only point of reference I have are my useless limbs. You are not complete. Well, I was until I got burned and stabbed and then flayed. Something warm touches my hand. Yeah, well, it does. I forgot to read them. There's nothing but the pitiful sight of the thin bones that remain attached to my arm. It's not my body that's being touched. It's me. This is most disheartening. I'd hoped you would... Yes, I'd hoped. That is all I could do. Do not fear, my dear wanderer. I will take care of you. All of them have failed me. All of them. But you won't. You won't fail me. Oh! I sure hope I won't. Gentle fingers caress my cheeks, soothing to my aching skin. The words tickle my brain, begging to be released. I won't fail you. Say it. Manifest it. Feel it in the depths of your soul. Oh, hey, no, 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 I don't like that. Can I have something else? Can I have something else, please? Can I have something else, please? No? Okay. Oh. Mead, yeah, please. Can I just have some alcohol before I die? I know, you are my dear, dear wanderer after all. Oh, our last beacon of hope, the one that carries my will. A kiss falls on my forehead. The world lays me down ever so gently, and in its navel, brimming with life, I am laid to rest. Oh. Yeah, I think we're fucking dead. I'm cradled in vaporous waves, laving at a shore that is yet to heal from the storm. But one day it will heal. One day it will heal, and it will be glorious. This will be my parting gift to you. Shooting stars descend from above, sinking into the empty husk that I am. Inside me, they stretch and twist, sewing me back together stitch by stitch. Oh. Oh, it's you! Wait, no, I don't like you! Then there's light, my eyelids still sticky over my unfinished and hollowed eyes. Oh, part to reveal a shining silhouette. Oh no, that's not good. Yeah, I don't like this guy. I don't think he's good. The world groans. Do I like anyone in this game so far? I don't know. Everyone so far seems like they want to kill me or hurt me. The world groans with animosity, with hatred. The sky turns red for the briefest of instants before it settles back into a deeper blue. Was that like a threat? You never give up, do you? Breaking into my sacred chest, taking my wanderer away from me. Your cruelty knows no limits. A gasp tears through my body as life is breathed into me once more. The pain is numbing and suffocating, but there's no chest for me to clutch. Our time together has come to an end. I will see you soon, my dear wanderer. I will see you soon. Oh! Toto, I don't think we're in the tarot shop anymore. Ugh. A dream? It all was... Fuck! The red and black dots burned into my corneas, mixed with the tears glazing over my eyes, making it difficult to focus on what's in front of me. I catch the faint chant of crickets in the distance. My skin shivers as I look at the clogged sky. It's freezing. I prop myself up on my elbows, coughing and spitting the patches of grass from my mouth. Yeah, welcome to the creepy woods. Ugh! Suddenly, every sensation crashes into me at once. Everything! It burns! I ball my hands into fists, only to be rewarded with a wave of sharp, white-hot pain. I try to gulp down every breath, but the air gets caught between my wheezing ribs. Under my skin, something is moving. Oh, do we have more mind parasites? Ow. Oh. I claw at my arms at my throat, trying to tear off the lumps my nails run into. The pain, I can't. I collapse on my side. Blades of grass scratch my sizzling skin. A single drop of rain falls onto my forehead. It's fine, Prince. You'll be fine. Clutching my jaw tight, I catch one breath after the other. I don't know how long I wait before the agony tearing me apart finally ebbs away. The first coherent sensation that takes over me is the smell of wet grass on dirt. It's all right, Prince. Think of it like a period cramp. I sit up. The sudden motion turns my stomach upside down, but I force myself to my feet. I look down, gasping at the sight of blood dripping down my forearm. There's a swollen, gaping cut in the middle of my palm. What the hell just happened? I take in my surroundings. Trees stand as far as the eye can see. The hill I seem to be on top of slinks down and back up, spreading into endless mountains. Ugh, my head! The memories spring forth as if opened from a faucet. That seer clearly knew about me. I remember talking with them. I remember the pain in my hand and that adrenaline surging through my veins. But then, nothing. Yeah, we didn't even pack Advil. Do we even have clothes on at this point? I mean, we kind of got flayed to ribbons. Are we still... Do we have food? Do we have water? Are we fucked? Nothing. I can't recall a single thing after that. Did they drug me? Was I hallucinating? My phone. I have to check my phone. Thankfully, it's still in my pocket in one piece, so we are still wearing clothes. Okay. There's no signal at all. No internet connection either, but I dial Evie's number anyway. All right. Okay. Call the emergency number. Fuck, come on. There should be a network tower somewhere. I don't think we're in the... I don't think we're where that works anymore. Why can't I even reach the fucking emergency line? What if they attacked Evie too? Was the appointment a trap? I have to do something. I can't just wait here. Taking a deep breath, I put the hem of my shirt between my teeth and rip off a piece of fabric. I managed to tightly wrap the cloth around my hand. It doesn't take long for it to turn red, but I can only hope it does some good until I find help. Okay, Prince, good job. The moon peeks over the clouds, its pale light bouncing off of something buried in the mud. There, covered in blood, lies the knife. I cut them. I cut the back. Didn't I? I just cut that person's face? I never held a knife in my hands with the purpose of hurting someone or defending myself. As I grab it now, I don't feel that strength from before, but an unsettling pressure in my chest. It may come in handy. They may come back to finish the job. Which is terrifying to think about. Let's get a move on. Blackening? Balancing? Wow, completely wrong word. Yeah, thank God we actually do have clothes. Balancing the knife between my fingers, I fit my phone on my palm, eyes trained on the empty signal bars as I start to march forward. There has to be a network tower here somewhere, or a road I can get to. There's some kind of band tied around the trees, which means people must be living nearby. This could be a pilgrimage route or a camping zone. Maybe these rocks are some kind of landmark. And the mystical fire is nothing to worry about. The flapping of wings breaks the silence. A group of crows sit on a branch right above my head, tilting their beaks at me. I speed up, moving my phone around to catch even a small bar of signal. The crows follow me, bouncing from tree to tree, trying to guess where I might be going. Your guess is as good as mine. I do not know. If only I knew to begin with. Fuck. I'm not close to Feyborn at all, am I? No. Huh? A reddish light flickers in the forest below, standing out amongst the dark green of the landscape. It's a fire. There's someone down there. I'm saved. We just got attacked by someone we don't even know. Are we just gonna go running to the first person we see? I raise my eyes to the sky as relief washes over me. The thick clouds dispel to unveil the moon, as if she wanted to give me her blessing. I've never seen the moon look so big. It shines so brightly. It illuminates the whole forest like a... Well, hello there! That is... But I... No, wait a second. Whatever they did to me, whatever is going on, it's just in my head. Nothing else. No, something's wrong here. My heart starts pounding loudly in my ears. The tower is there, just like in my dreams, standing infinitely tall right before my eyes. It exists. The tower is real. Magnificent, isn't it? Ouch! Oh. That sounds bad. A sharp flash of pain. Having trouble with this sentence. A sharp flash of pain drills the insides of my skull. The light of the moon becomes unbearable, and I turn away, clutching my forehead. What the hell did they do to me? Frigid sweat rolls down my spine. There's a suffocating pain in my chest. I need to find help soon. I glance back at the fire, trying not to let the massive tower on the horizon drag my attention away. There's definitely someone down there, but I don't know if my body will hold out long enough. So, let's keep heading towards the fire, I guess. No, I'm almost there. I can't give up now. I've gotten this far, just a bit more, just enough to reach that fire. It could be a shelter, some teenagers partying in secret, a family having a camping night. Yeah, all of those sounds better than turning away from the tower and taking my chances in the dark. Whatever that thing is, whatever is happening, there's a logical explanation. Sure there is. With that thought in mind, I keep walking. The murmur of the wind is my single companion. At least the strange wooden lamps framing the path offer an adequate source of light. What was that? I look around, wary of any movement or sound, but after a couple of seconds of holding my breath, nothing happens. There's a strange chill in the air, and now that I pay attention, there's not a sound to be heard. Oh, that's bad. I freeze. Oh. A long shadow stretches up amongst the jagged trunks, disappearing behind the trees. There's a figure standing at its end, remaining completely still. I can't see their face, but they're completely clad in black. Their clothes tight against their skin. Their head begins to swivel from left to right, searching for something. Searching for someone. They found me, but I didn't hear anyone following me. No, they would have jumped me by now if they had noticed me, right? Whispers come from where the stranger lingers. A sharp ray of moonlight pierces through the trees, bathing them in light. Ah! What the hell is that? I grip the handle of the knife with all my strength, taking a step back. The hairs on my arms stand on end as I take the vicious, putrid flesh of the creature before me. Its skin sizzles where the light brushes its arm. Long and knotted together like rotten chunks of meat.
Someone has joined the kingdom.
I winter. One sprouts after the other from a pool of mangled bodies, keeping it standing. It knows my name! I slam a hand over my mouth to stifle a whimper. A familiar metallic stench reaches my nostrils, and I press my lips together in a poor attempt to keep the blood on my hand from seeping into my mouth. Oh. Yeah, a wrench turns my stomach upside down. This is a nightmare. This can only be a nightmare. The creature doesn't move. Its elongated head keeps pivoting from side to side like a watchtower. Oh, I forgot this has timed options. Oh, I forgot this has timed options. Oh, thank God I got the hide. It hadn't seen me yet, or so I hoped. Why is it saying my name? Throwing a panicked glance over my shoulder. Yeah, I make up my mind. As silently as I can manage, I delve deeper into the woods, away from the creature. Yeah, away. I walk until I can't see the road any longer, careful not to step on any dry patches of grass or fallen leaves. It's dark. Fog is starting to rise, wrapping me in a frostbitten embrace, and I can barely see beyond the tips of my toes. Bloody hands still over my mouth. I slowly crouch behind a tree and wait. I don't know what I should do. What if it doesn't leave? What if it comes this way? And it's out there. I feel it. I swear I can hear its heavy steps behind me. Please don't find me. Please don't find me. I wait in silence, not even daring to breathe. Time stretches until I lose track of it, until I perceive nothing but the wailing of the wind and the anxious throbbing of my taut muscles. Every time I think of standing up and looking back, I stop myself. Just a minute longer. I can't stay here forever. I should keep walking, head anywhere I can reach. I clumsily bring myself to my feet, using the tree for leverage. Peeling my hand off my face, I take a shallow breath, one that smells of iron and dirt. Ah! Oh, hi! 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 Oh, fuck. Pain patters my Pain rattles my skull as I'm shoved back against the trunk. Rough fingers press against my lips, shutting them closed. I lash onto the arm keeping me hostage, yanking at the fabric covering it.
If you want to live, do not move.
Okay. Thin, unblinking pupils pin me where I stand. My chest heaves with a ragged breath, and the fingers digging in my jaw tighten painfully in silent punishment. They push me back against the tree with more force. The jagged edges of the bark bite into my skin. As this unfamiliar face draws closer until I can feel their breath merging with mine, I swear my skull is gonna crack in half like an egg. Look. It's either stick with a dude who seems sane, or whatever the fuck those things were, and I'm sticking with the dude who seems sane. Obey. Terror takes over. Those sunken eyes make my guts churn. I take one last breath through my nose before I become completely still. My hands clawing at his arm a second ago now hold on to him for dear life. I look into their eyes, begging, but they just push harder against my mouth. Something moves behind them, and a pitiful sound echoes from my chest.
Quiet.
Look! You try to be okay with that thing over there! My gaze flickers to the left, but the stranger tilts my head back into place, forcing me to lock gazes with them. They don't move. If it weren't for the pulse I can feel in their fingers,
Someone has joined the kingdom.
I would swear there's no heart beating past his ribcage. Thank you so much for becoming a Melrose Nyan, Winter. Oh. Yeah. Hi. Hi! The treacherous claws of curiosity tickle my spine, beckoning me to look over their shoulder, but I resist the urge. Just stare at the pretty man. Stare at the pretty man. Instead, I just stare deeply into the haunting pools of green in front of me. We wait, and the chill of the night filters through my clothes, biting into my sweat-coated skin. My heart beats so achingly loud I'm afraid it will give away our position. But just as fast as it begins, it ends. The stranger releases me, taking away all the strength that was keeping me upright. I manage to kneel forward, fighting the acid climbing to my throat. A retch rattles my chest, but I swallow down whatever may try to emerge. My forceful savior looks around in grim silence. When they notice my gaze, they tilt their head askew, as if wondering whether I have something to say. You're not as obtuse as you look. Thanks! Maybe you do have a chance after all. Their words are hushed, not meant for my ears, but aimed at me nonetheless. Then he starts walking away without so much as a warning. Wait! They don't stop. I don't have time to think as I bring myself to my feet, running after them. Hey, wait! I wrap my hand around their arm to stop them.
Do not touch me.
Bro, you're the one that touched me first! I think he's a love interest, yeah. He brushes me away, creating some distance between us. I'm left gawking at their retreat back as I scramble to follow them. You're the one who touched me first. Like, quite honestly, this is just payback. We've made it back to the path somehow. The moonlight traces the silver edges of his attire, and recognition tickles my brain. Huh?
Are you one of them?
What? Your cloak. What about it? The eye in their chest, the obscured face. This can't be a coincidence. Take your hood off. Please. After a tense moment of silence, he sighs. Oh, it's ad time. Oh my god. All right. Current thoughts for the 3-minute break. I am so intrigued. I was not expecting horror, I'll be honest. Yeah, 3-minute wait on the face reveal. Not expecting horror, be honest, but that was like, that actually got me, that legit got me. That was like an actual Prince fear noise. Oh man. Yeah, I legit like freaked. I think I also legit freaked when he came on screen and I was like, eek, who are you? But yeah, if this is our first meeting of one of the love interests. Very interesting. Very interesting. I can already tell he's tsundere-esque. Or at least, you know, tsundere-esque as in like tough wall. He's a walled off character. Which interesting. I mean, so far what we see of his face, I like it. Ah! Someone has joined the kingdom. Yeah, Prince terrified by subscribers. Yeah, no, I am. Oof. This is so interesting. This is so interesting. I don't know. So, first of all, completely thrown by that first guy betraying us and trying to kill us, I think. That threw me. Then we got burned alive, flayed alive. Like, there's been quite a lot of burning alive in these last 2 games. In Verche and this. Quite a lot of being burnt to death. Or close to death. But, I mean, I am already enjoying this very much, so.
Well, thank you for stopping by, Wint. I appreciate it. I appreciate it that you're here. This is Lost in Limbo.
Yeah, the Aurora guy. I don't know. The Aurora guy, I swear, is bad. Like, he's just got the vibes. But yes, this is Lost in Limbo. This is a demo by Ravenstar Games. A demo for a game by Ravenstar Games. It is coming out, I believe, on Kickstarter soon. And the full demo is also being released, I believe, to the public soon as well. But yeah. All right. Fingers crossed for a face reveal. Where are we? I don't know. That's a great question. Yeah. After a tense moment of silence, he sighs. Their hands move slowly to the edges of the hood, peeling it off their head. Cool. Yeah, I assume Magic World. His skin is so pale, I can clearly see the bluish veins running down his cheeks. His eyes, a green too bright to be natural, draw a line from the top of my head to the tip of my toes. Elf boy. Satisfied? They walk away, not waiting for an answer. Whoever this is, they don't look surprised to see me. I'm covered in mud, one arm still dripping blood, and they don't seem... They haven't so much as batted an eyeball. There's no way someone like them has found me here in the middle of nowhere by pure chance. I stumble after them without a second thought, bringing a hand to my still burning chest. Wait, you know something, don't you? They don't slow down whatsoever. If anything, I'd swear they're speeding up to try and leave me behind. Wait, can you walk slower, please? No, keep up. Asshole! I instinctively look back at the tower, now becoming thinner on the horizon as we start climbing down the hill. Where are we? Somewhere you should not be. That's pretty obvious! Are we far away from Feyborn? Do you know where that is?
We are immeasurably far from your home.
That's not good news. Da 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 da. That's not good news. Oh boy. Their firm, hasty steps carry them down the hill with the confidence of someone who knows where they're going, and I don't know what to do or say. Reason is starting to abandon me, slowly but surely, and my vision is already blurring at the edges. Someone did something to me. I've probably lost some blood. I think I'm delirious. I think saying we've lost some blood is the understatement of the century. Our entire body was flayed open. I catch the flicker of their eyes as they glance at my poorly bandaged hand. You'll survive. Their indifferent snort makes me stop completely. When they notice I'm not following, they look at me over their shoulder. What are you stopping for? I see it now. The disgust in his gaze as he looks at me, the impatient tapping of his foot, both as if I were nothing but a nuisance they're forced to take care of. This person doesn't feel any sympathy for me, and his intentions are as much of a mystery as he is. I stop myself from looking back as the thought of running away crosses my mind. Maybe if I use all the strength left in me to reach the campfire, I have a chance to do it. I will not go after you. If you want to leave, leave. I do not care. No, we were hiding from a monster behind a tree, and he approached us, pinned us against the tree, covered our mouth, and basically kept us there for a couple of minutes, and then walked away. And is make certain we're following him. Then why the hell did you help me? The words leave my mouth before I could think them through. The step they were about to take halts suddenly, as if my question had physically manifested in front of them to block their way. Yeah. Do not be mistaken. If I saved you, know I have my reasons. And those are... He lifts his gaze to the sky. A storm is growing closer. Let's hurry. It won't be long before they find our trail. What? No response. Again! I speed up as much as my sore muscles allow me until I'm walking right next to them, and they take a pointed step to the side to distance themselves from me. We should just take our bloody hand and, like, smear it all over their coat. Who? What do you mean? That thing? Are you talking about that? Yes. You saw it? Yes. So I wasn't hallucinating?
Huh.
No. I also, my voice is rising in pitch. I'm not even trying. Like, okay. It knew my name. Why did it know my name? Circles, can't you be quiet for a second? No. Physically cannot. For someone who complains about their state, you surely have plenty of energy to flap that tongue of yours. If you answered any of my questions, I'd have more reason to shut up. All your questions will be answered when we get to safety. That's all you had to say. Now, unless you wish to know what it feels like to have your head separated from your body, shut up and keep walking. Technically, I already know what it feels like to have all of my flesh separated from my bones. A shudder rolls down my spine as I risk a glance back over my shoulder. All right, get to safety. That sounds good. At least tell me your name. No. Why not? I'm not. It's not important. It is to me. They mutter something under their breath. I don't have to hear it to know it's nothing close to a compliment. If you were just a little more compliant, then I wouldn't be. Did your parents hate you, honey? Huh?
If you have to address me, which I hope doesn't happen too frequently, that is what you will call me.
Envy. Is that like an artistic name or something? No. All right, nice to meet you, I guess. I'm Prince. I did not ask. No, but it's polite. I'm left behind again as they pick up speed, and this time I don't try to catch up. That's the end of the conversation, and of any further exchange we would have. We continue to climb down the hill in silence. Yeah, with me trailing a few feet behind him. I don't know. The wind starts blowing more harshly, stinging my skin, and I hug myself to preserve the feeble warmth left in me. Every step takes immense effort, but I refuse to stop. I know they're not going to help me to my feet if I were to fall down. Don't dawdle, we're not out of danger yet. Yeah, Envy is just jealous of my cooler name. I'm trying. Not hard enough, it seems. I'm sorry. I have to be sassy. Could you just stop with that, you asshole? If I were you, I'd be more careful with what you say. Whether you survive or not is up to me. As if you give a fuck. There are so many things you could have done already if you really wanted to help me, but you haven't. I know that you're plotting something. I may be walking right into trouble, but I have to cling to the only glimmer of hope I could find. If this person is all bark and no bite, I might have a chance to get out of this. If worse comes to worse, I was probably dead already. Even if nothing. And it's better that way. I miscalculate and step on a jagged rock. Fuck! Without enough strength to right myself. One moment I'm walking and the next everything is spinning out of control around me. Yeah, that's actually just normal Prince behavior.
I told you not to touch me.
Sir? Why is he blushy? Their voice is so close, and yet it fades into the wind like a distant mumble. Their shoulder pushes back against mine, but my body refuses to straighten, bending over itself. We fell.
Just let me fall, idiot.
You are the idiot. Yay! We can sass him. He likes it. They say nothing, or perhaps I'm too dizzy to hear his complaints. My neck can't support the weight of my head any longer, and I feel it bobbing to the side, bumping against them. Yeah. I really should have left you behind. Maybe if you didn't talk so much, you would have had more energy to continue. Hesitantly. Ooh, more blushy. Hesitantly, their hands cut my shoulder, easily supporting my weight. My feet shuffle unsteadily, messing up the first few steps I try to take. No other words leave their lips as they carry me through the forest. Yeah, he has a lot of earrings. As much as I try to walk on my own, I end up leaning against them more than I would like to admit. I don't feel any better, but by the time we reach what looks like the bottom of the hill, I'm at least breathing properly. Fog is starting to rise once more, coiling around the trunks and the rocks framing the path. We stop. The hand around my shoulder stiffens, and I look at its owner, catching them furrowing their brow. Something's coming. Oh, fuck. Please don't be another one of those terrifying creatures. My breath gets stuck midway as I remember that thing from before. Stay close. I look at them as they step away, facing the source of the sound. I have to bend over not to lose my balance and fall flat to the ground. What? They lift a finger to their lips, and I clamp my mouth shut, gluing myself to their side. The knife is still in my hands. Its presence as reassuring as it can be.
Blessings.
However, when the tight buzzing in the air seems to reach its peak, Envy just deflates with a tiny sigh. Amon? Hi, who are you? Vivi. Fuck! Amon, Vivi, fuck! I jump with a scream as a gargantuan figure materializes right behind me. My elbow collides most spectacularly with Envy's chin when they try to stop me from throwing us both to the ground. Ouch, watch out, idiot! Don't call me idiot! God, we fight. A man pops out from the fog, heedless of our reaction. With each step he takes towards us, I find myself craning my neck back further until it's stretched to its limits. He's wearing a weird, flashy tunic, and I avert my gaze when I see the generous cut in the middle, showcasing everything from his neck to his navel. Yeah, Vivi is a hilarious nickname.
Vivi! Damn it, I was starting to get worried.
Don't call me that, you moron!
Yep, tsundere! I called it! Generous, slutty, generous, slutty, tomato. I can see the ship already.
Huh.
What's with that now? Vivi? Just don't call me that.
Oh, I was worried sick about you, and this is how you'll repay me?
I never asked for you to worry about me.
Uh-huh.
Oh, you don't have to ask, silly. It's my job.
Huh.
Circles keep me.
Hey, you two look comfy.
I can't pin this man's accent. It's a mix of Southern and something else. Sorry, my brain is just going, error, does not compute. The accent is extremely interesting. Envy turns to eye me at the same time I do. Our limbs are still awkwardly tangled together and somehow creating a weird balance that keeps us from collapsing in a heap.
Hey!
Oops. Envy shoves me away from them. Luckily, Amon catches me with an ease that borders on comedy.
Now, we don't treat our guests like that, Vivi.
The idea of this very tall Southern man. I guess. I don't know. Envy covers their face with both hands, growling loudly against his palms.
Your name is Vivi?
No!
Use that name again and it'll be the last thing you do.
Okay, Vivi.
Cute, right?
He's like a chihuahua.
As I look intermittently between them, I decide I don't know which one of them I trust the least. You know, that wouldn't surprise me. I'd love to see that. All right, sweetheart. My mouth opens to speak, but the sight of the man approaching me steals any coherent words I can offer. It's not that he's taller than average. No, he's the tallest person I've ever encountered in my life. He's huge. Massive, even. A smirk ticks the corner of his lips upwards, squeezing the eye patch he's wearing over his left eye against his brow bone.
I may have to charge you if you look at me like that for too long.
My mind short circuits. Unsure of how to handle this situation at all, I raise my bleeding hand and wave it about. No, I'm alright. Your friend here dragged me through the forest for a good while now. As if I have not once forced you to come with me. Oh, thank you for your basic decency. You do not deserve even that. That was the most long-suffering laugh I've heard ever. You two getting along fine? No! I bring my not-stabbed hand to my forehead and massage my temples. This could not go any worse. When I raise my head again, Amon is scrutinizing me with an arched eyebrow.
What?
He dusts off my shoulders, but as kind as the gesture is, the slightly disgusted face he makes betrays how terrible I must look.
Oh.
You look like crap, Bunny.
Bunny?
Thanks? Wait, what did you... The name's Amon, by the way. I'm Vivi's big bro. That won't stop the shippers. He draws Envy closer by the shoulders with a big grin, pressing him against his side. Unfortunately. Oh.
You two are siblings? So...
Oh, no response.
You two are siblings?
So what happened? I thought it wouldn't take you long. Envy scurries away from his brother's grasp. Once again, I'm non-existent. Yeah. Yeah, Zedwin. No, return its H. Look how low that goes. Yeah, they're family, all right. The ignoring people actively talking to me trait must run in their genes. Voidbound found him first, managed to lure them away. They must have picked up on our trail by now.
No.
That's no good.
The what?
Hi, hello, very confused person here. Let's get going then. I already sent word to the Spire of what's going on. Huh? Wait. Let me stop you right there. This is going too fast. I'm having trouble catching up. What the hell are you talking about? Nothing of your concern. You will keep doing as I say.
What? No.
Do as I say. No. Their eyes narrow on me. No.
No.
I think I've already played along enough. I deserve an explanation. Where are you taking me exactly? Where are we? No one has mentioned a hospital or a police station. In fact, these two weird-looking people seem surprisingly unmoved by the sight of me.
Oh, Zorax, thank you so much for stopping by.
Our gazes clash. I take a preemptive step back, and as I try to curl my hand tightly around my knife, I realize it's no longer there. Did I drop it? I cast a glance around the area, but I don't see any signs of it. Oh, am I looking for this? With a twirl of their wrist, they produce my knife from their cloak. There's no trace of the blood and mud that were glued to the blade only minutes ago. I grit my teeth, a single drop of cold sweat tracing down my spine. Good. Remember the position you're in. Sir! Sir! The cloak swallows both his arms and the knife as he drapes it over himself again. I am both! I will tell you what happened. What will happen next. You will keep following my instructions till we are out of here. That's the only thing you should think about. I'm not moving. Oh wait, that's us. I'm not moving until you tell me what's going on. His unreadable facade cracks at the edges. Don't you understand that you are in no position to bargain? It's very simple. Either you obey me,
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate that.
or you get torn apart by those creatures. Your choice. Huh? Okay. Yeah, that's no way to treat a prince. Gasp. Rude.
I mean, you're correct. My pronouns are he, him. I am both a man and a woman. I am bigender. Wahahaha. Mwahahaha. I'm so scary. I'm so scary.
Please, if you have a heart, just help me. Did I save here? I did. Okay. Please, if you have a heart, just help me. Envy snorts next to them. Amon places one hand on their shoulder and the other Gently holds my arm.
Well, no, that's categorically incorrect. So... Bye-bye.
One places one hand on their shoulder, and the other gently holds my arm. You went for a blueberry. Who is this? This is Amon. Envy's brother? Question mark? Come on. Being in a rush doesn't mean we can't be a bit nicer. Yeah, he's southern-ish. We don't have time for that. Let's try to. There was still a frustrated pinch in Envy's brow, but it's enough to reignite the hope in my chest. Fine, we'll explain, but only while we move. We cannot stay put any longer. That's as much as I'm willing to offer. That is better than where we started, so I will take it. A middle ground, more or less. The tension that had been building in my shoulders dispels with a sigh. Okay, thank you. They click their tongue at me before marching away. Amon's fingers tap my arm, and he offers me an encouraging smile. We both follow Envy as he makes his way through the fizzy fog. I try to fall in step next to him, but just like before, they do their best to outpace me. So, your explanation? You are in Limbo, the realm between. Yeah, Envy's nickname is Vivi, which is frickin' adorable. A place that should, per the laws of existence, be out of reach to you. No one has ever crossed the border from this side or the other, at least that we know of. Cool, so I got stabbed, flayed, burned, and sent over to another world. This is Lost in Limbo. It is a new game that is coming out from Ravenstar Games, and I believe the demo is going public soon. I don't have the exact date on me. Limbo's scar oozes. Yeah, yeehaw is kind of a southern thing. I don't think I'm following. Of course. Think about it as the ocean. You can see the surface, but the depths are dark, and until you submerge, you cannot know what lies beneath, or even if you can make it there. Their eyes pointedly land on me, which brings up some further questions. Why did you make the dive in the first place, for example? I didn't dive into anything. Save your breath. If you survive, you'll have plenty of time to explain yourself.
Can you stop with the if you survive thing? Someone would believe you're waiting for me to drop dead any minute now.
They pause and their gaze lifts to my face. Our eyes meet. Then he turns away without a word.
I see. Not confirming, but not denying either. Great. So, am I dead?
No, of course not. You're not that dim, are you? You must have had some suspicions about the nature of this place. Try to fight as you will, but the truth is the truth, and I'm being kind enough to show it to you.
Well, it's hard to believe in this stuff. Maybe believe isn't the right word. Digest? I feel like I'm going crazy.
Okay, it's 21st? Okay. As if the universe ever cared about one's beliefs. Worry not. This should clear any reservations you may have. I'm on if you please. With Envy's acknowledgement, he smiles brightly and picks up the pace, brushing a hand on his sibling's back as he catches up to us. See, Vivi, we can all get along when we put in some effort. Shut up, will you? Offering me a smile as a peacemaking gesture, Amon places a hand on my upper back, beckoning me forward. Now, little bunny, come and see.
I'm not a bunny, I'm a cat. I am a cat elf. Aw, thank you. That's really sweet. I like being chill. Sometimes we get a little rowdy. But we're pretty chill.
If there's something that can make you believe us, it's this right here.
Fine, but stop calling me. That. A lonely castle sits on top of a mountain, floating over the pearlescent fog. Light shines from within its walls, bathing the interior in a shimmering glow. A slim tower pierces the dark clouds, but this one doesn't feed the darkness around it. Instead, it keeps the storm at bay with a golden beam of light. It's a lighthouse, a beacon of hope in the middle of a sea of black clouds. Yeah, bunny, cat, elf. If I add bunny ears, I will have 8 ears on my head. Sorry, nope, 6. I will have 3 pairs of ears. 1,000 pinnacles emerge from some nebulous distance. It's hauntingly familiar, but as much as I try to pull the memories to the forefront of my mind, I can't. They're none to find. Look, my day job is doing math. I don't want any more math.
Aw, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you.
I know I've never seen this before, but I have. Little bunny, welcome to Limbo, our pleasant home, the realm within the great void, house of the blessed ones. That is not exactly... Never mind. Yeah, don't worry, just a slogan. Tourists love it. We don't have tourists, idiot.
Oh, blessings.
They would love it if we had them. Their voices become fleeting mumbles. I stare up where the golden light disappears, high into the sky, and then I know with absolute clarity that they're telling the truth. Envy was right. I'm immeasurably far away from home. Oh, fuck! Oh, that wasn't great. I fall to my knees, gripping my head as a wave of mind-numbing pain cuts through my temples. Someone screams in the back of my mind, clawing at the walls of my consciousness, tearing them apart. Do not go! My wanderer! My wanderer! Do not go! Do not go! Do not go! Hey, are you alright? Behind my closed eyelids, flashes of red and black stain my vision, running in mocking circles. The tower's influence. It's trying to take over. What? What was that? Oh, they found us. Oh, hold the back. You've got to go. Something rough closes around my cheeks, holding my head firm. Fingers dig around my eyeballs. Please don't! Peeling my eyelids apart to force them open. Look, I know I talk about eyeballs and wanting to touch eyeballs. This is not it. Prince, look at me. I can't. It's too much. I can't. We have to fight this thing? My mouth opens. Our only babbles make it out as foam gathers in the back of my throat and slides down into my lungs. Damn it all. Cool. That wasn't the noise I meant to make, but that's the noise I made. Fire pierces my head, my hand, and climbs up to my shoulders. The squelch of blood steals my senses as Envy sinks their nails into my wound. No, he's literally clawing at my wounded hand, prodding and tugging at the flesh. Lightning surges through my veins, yanking my arm out of their reach. I have no time to react. His unforgiving touch finds my arms next, shaking me back and forth.
Hydrate, thank you.
Is it you? Prince. I seal my mouth shut to avoid puking all over them. The voices have stopped, replaced by the all-consuming pain now making my arm spasm. Yes! Good. Stand up. Tears blur the corners of my eyes as they haul me to my feet. We're almost there. We'll cross the bridge and then it'll be over. I whine through gritted teeth. My feet can't hold my weight any longer. This is it. Summon a rift. Everything is slowly being plunged into thick blackness. I can barely make out Amon's silhouette as he runs towards us. Behind him, the forest wails and shudders. Long, broken fingers stretch from the depths of the shadows to grab him. That's an order. Oh! With a click of their tongue, he takes off his cloak, throwing it away to be carried by the wind. Light engulfs me. Envy's hand on my arm tightens until his fingers are pressed against the bone. The air in front of us shakes violently, colors breaking into shapes and static noise. Envy's fingers turn black, yanking at the landscape like a blanket, tearing it apart and revealing another flash of light that makes me wince. Electricity cuts through the air. Jolts of it run up my skin, forcing a hiss out of me. That hurts! I mean, thanks! But ow! Oh, a long hallway suddenly stands before me, but the mountains are still here, all around us. Envy sticks a leg into it. White ripples swallow him up to the knee, distorting its shape. The choking pressure on my arm disappears as they let go. They look back at me, eyes narrowing as he tentatively extends a hand my way. Come. Our first CG! And it's this guy. There's no time.
The right side of his body is gone, cut by a white quivering line. He then shakes his hand in front of me, urging me to take it.
You have to choose.
I have to
Come with
choose.
me and live, or stay here and die.
Well, I know what I'm doing. My tongue is dry in my mouth, thick and dense. I stop thinking and force myself to act. I place my fingers on top of theirs. Yeah. Their freezing skin curling around mine.
Do not let go.
Their eyes are fixed on me as they slide inside the hallway. I watch as his body disappears inch by inch until only his hand gripping mine is left. He tugs lightly. Another hand clasps my shoulder, squeezing it reassuringly from behind. Come on. Our hands disappear as I let envy pull me through. It licks its way up my skin until it swallows my elbow like a hungry beast. I try to keep my eyes open when my head finally crosses the threshold, but the light is so searing I'm forced to close them. Huh? I can hear the sea. I float over the blinding surface of the water, envy's grasp leading me forward. Bubbles gently touch my skin, helping me navigate through the iridescent ocean. Cool. Fun. My eyes flutter open. The soft whisper of waves is replaced by the gentle crackling of fire and the distant sound of a piano. I shudder in sigh and relief as the warmth of the room envelops me. The pressure clamped around my head ebbs away, taking the last remnant of the murmurs with it. It's too close for comfort.
Ah.
You bet. I've never seen so many of those fuckers together. As my senses clear, I start to take in my surroundings. The walls are high, hugged by columns and those long stained glass windows I saw from afar. But we were just in the forest. Just a second ago. And now... I turn around, my nose almost bumping into Amon's chest when I do. He laughs and politely pushes himself from me, leaving me room to breathe. Behind him, there's nothing but the other side of the hallway. More lamplights flicker. Fire laps at the stone walls, and the columns slither upwards until they vanish into the darkness. Yeah, I would love to see Envy's biceps. Please, 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 please.
Hi, Chichiko! Hello. This game is fucking wild. I love it. Yeah, new game today. I'm loving it. I'm freaking loving it. We got stabbed by a guy, and then we got burned alive, and then we got our skin flayed off, and then we talked to a dude made of light, except he was really rude. And he Doki Doki Literature Clubbed us, where it's all the choices, but they make you choose one. Yeah, in the first 5 minutes alone. And then we saw a monster, and then we ran into this guy, and his name is Envy, and he's a tsundere. And then we ran into his brother, Amon, who is Southern. I can't fully place his accent. And then we almost got fucking mind jacked. And we're here. It's got some voice acting, yeah. Are the voices gone? Shifting my weight from one side to another, I realize I feel lighter on my feet. The air around me is not oppressive anymore, but breezy and familiar. If it weren't for the ringing in my left ear, I would think I imagined the horror from before. Hey, I asked you a question. What?
Huh.
They sigh deeply, dramatically so. I suppose if your stupidity is back, you must be in control again. I don't reply right away, but to be fair, I care about something else a bit more than defending myself from his jabs. Did you just stick your fingers into my wound? Also, he was trying to, as we were getting mind jacked, the way that this guy decided to get us back from being mind jacked is he stuck his fingers into our stab wound on our hand and made it worse. I flipped my hand over to survey the damage. I read it instantly. The sight turns my knees liquid. Yes, I did. To stab you. To stab you. I dug my fingers in your wound to stab you. To save you, I might add. Yeah. My lips part to protest. They tilt their head in anticipation of it shooting me a glare. If you still feel a presence within you, I may have to do it again. Don't even joke about that. It's disgusting. I search for his other hand, the one I know must have traces of my blood. A gasp sticks in my throat at the sight of those fingers. At the close sight of those fingers, now sharp talons, stiffly curved over themselves. Yeah, he just likes touching us. He quickly hides his battered hand between the folds of his tunic. They look away from me, their expression flattening. Whatever it is, it looks painful. I have a good slice sitting right on my palm, but whatever's going on with him looks even worse.
Okay, thank you so much for stopping by, Winter. I really appreciate it. Sleep well.
As I traced the curves of their arms with my eyes, I reached
I reach our still jointed hands. His hold on me is firm, but I can feel a slight tremble in his muscles. I'm not sure that they've realized they're still cupping my hand in theirs. You can let go of my hand now, Muppet. Muppet? Why are we calling him Muppet? His name is Envy, but Amon calls him Vivi. I don't know why Muppet.
Are you okay? Are you okay?
They blink, jaw falling slack. One would think I've slapped them across the face instead of asking an innocent question. Maybe I should have, now that I think about it. Of course, why wouldn't I be? A different question pops in my mind in response to theirs. What did I ask? I don't have an answer. I don't know, your hand. They avert their eyes to me, dismissing whatever I may be thinking of saying next. The tension in their face lessens ever so slightly. Yeah, I can see what calling him a Muppet does. Let go of my hand, no Muppet. He blinks at me as if the words had come to life to flick him on the forehead. They drop their stare down to our twined hands, and then he jumps away as though I caught fire. Oh, okay, that's the... is that the better one? They flap their hands oddly about until they straighten their back and glue the offending hand to their side. Yeah. The sudden redness of their cheeks shines as brightly as the lanterns around us, and I can't help but be a little smug about it. Oh, it's the Muppet Why are we calling him a Muppet? Is the Muppet embarrassed? The what? Muppet. Kind of suits you. Sure, alright, that's what we're going with then. We're calling him Muppet. Amon frames his chin with his thumb and index finger, glancing my way with a shrewd look in his eyes. This is Amon. Hey, now that you say it, you're right, kind of does. Yeah, the Southerner. Oh, yes, we had to bring the greatest clowns of the two worlds together. Does he like barbecue? I don't know. They're blushing, right? What do you think, Amon?
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, that's the accent. You two would be the most wonderful of friends, I'm sure. That's what you get for sticking your nasty fingers in my damn wound. You ungrateful. I did it to save you. Forget it. Now, you know what? I want to say, are you okay? Wait, why is it? Load? We're Muppet locked! No! There we go. Okay, are you okay? Doesn't concern you. His reply is but a whisper, a tired mumble, not abrasive or defensive, just matter of fact. Are you? Am I what? Nothing, forget it. Okay, so both of those worked. Spire be blessed, there really is nothing inside that head of yours. Figures that the tower could possess you so easily. No, I do not believe we are still holding hands.
You should talk louder if you want people to hear you, you know.
An angry huff is the only sign that they've heard me. Okay, we were still holding hands. They drop my hands, slipping their other arm beside the tunic. As they walk away, I swear their pace is slower than before, but it's probably just my imagination. As we walk, absorbed by the corridor leading us forward, I realize I'm calmer now. Too calm, in fact. There are a lot of questions mingling in the back of my mind, but the forefront of my thoughts is surprisingly empty and peaceful. This place has some sort of soothing effect on me. Good. We deserve to feel soothed after the fuckery that we've gone through. It's almost familiar. I can't tell well where this hallway leads to, but somehow I feel like I know. That's a great question. Is it holding hands if one person is using a stab wound and the other's using a hand? So where exactly? Gale. He breaks into a jog, leaving me behind with an envy that does his best to hide their face behind their hair. How great the master's here. Hi, cutie! Peeking around Envy's shoulder, I see a man standing further ahead, the soft flicker of the candles drawing the edges of a long and lustrous cloak. He turns around with a start, worry written across his face. Cravat elf! I'm on. He strides up to us, the long cloak draped across his shoulders, flaring out behind him. They might all be elves. The candlelight's by his feet waver as he picks up speed, meeting Amon halfway.
Father keeps me. Are you two all right?
Yeah.
Kinda. That's not important. Look at this. He excitedly does jazz hands around me. Hi! Look, I can jazz hand too. It just doesn't get picked up by the tracking. It's enough to catch the newcomer's attention. Yeah, Amon's a nerd. Alright. Oh, that's the wrong one. Oh. The color drains from his delicate face. I shuffle my feet, gluing my arms to my sides in a poor attempt to look better than I know I do. There's not much saving my first impression. Yeah. Not that it should matter. Is this the cause of all this mess? Yup. Oh dear. Oh, honey. In a single fluid motion, he sweeps his coat off his shoulders. The gentleness of his features is replaced with a deep frown in a matter of seconds as he throws Amon a pointed glare. I am extremely disappointed in you, Amon. What did Amon do?
Huh.
What? I expected this level of sloppiness from our sibling, but not from you. Are you all brothers? Wait, are you all brothers? I mean, I know quite well what it's like to have brothers that look nothing like you, but, true shock there. Huh? Excuse me? To allow him to be in this foul condition. Wait, I can explain.
No.
I thought you knew better than this. Gale shakes his head, not leaving room for any argument. For the first time, Amon's impermeable smile is shattered and reduced to a sour pout. Poor Amon. Poor Amon. Oh, I feel a bit bad for him. A bit. With only 2 steps of his fairly long legs, Gale stands in front of me, offering me a heartfelt bow of his head.
On behalf of my siblings, please, let me apologize.
Yeah, they're your siblings? My mouth parts, but only a pitiful sound makes it out as our gazes lock. Behind his eyes, ripples of glimmering silk move in the color of early dawn. Pink shines from within a pool of royal purple, enthralling me completely. You have pretty eyes. I can see lightning dancing around his tiny pupils and a quiet whisper, as a quiet whisper caresses the back of my neck, making the hair stand on end. It's difficult to look away.
You must be cold and terrified, among other things. I promise you will be treated with the utmost care and respect from now on.
Yes, we got isekai'd. I am now in my little gay heart heaven. There's pretty boys all around me. All around me are pretty boys, pretty boys, pretty boys. I don't register the cape falling around my shoulders until he clasps it in place. Oh, he put his cape on us! Smoothing the sides with meticulous hands. The scent of lavender and detergent clashes with the stench clinging to my body. Yeah, aww, we are the prettiest boy. The warmth of the fabric drags a sigh out of me. My body stirs back to life at the sensation, my hands snaking out of the coat to close it around me and press its comfort and weight against my tepid skin. I can't, for the life of me, summon any strength to speak. We don't have time to lose to play the gentleman. Gale's head snaps up to Envy in careful consideration. His arms immediately slide to the arm that they've been insistent on hiding. You're right. You in particular should make haste. You two go ahead. Rhea's already waiting in the spire. I'm sure our dear sister will appreciate a bit of insight about the situation at hand. Are they all siblings?
Huh.
Are we using the spire? Yeah, every precaution's too little. A particularly strained beat of silence goes by. I look between them, but there's nothing I could decipher from the mix of expressions on their faces. And what are you planning to do with this? Their hand waves in my direction. I'm a human. I have a name. Gale places himself slightly in front of me to protect me from Envy's rudeness. As for our esteemed guest, I'll see to it that they're in better condition before meeting our father. You can fathom what he would say, if only by my reaction. As he says that, his long fingers rest on my shoulder. The touch is so light, I would have missed it if it wasn't for the scent of leather tickling my nostrils. You cannot be serious. Well, our character's a human. Yeah, is this diabolic lovers? Mayhaps. Gale stands taller next to me. I glance up at him as his throat bobs down with a hard swallow, the tension clear in the air. All right, we'll leave the little bunny in your hands then. The what? That was the most, like, uncomfortable laugh I've heard in a while. It was amazing. Amon throws his armor along Envy's slender shoulders, pulling them against his side right when they were about to protest. Instead, there's only a nasty choking sound and a rather ominous crack. Ugh, come on. See you in a bit. What? You cannot be. Ouch. Amon winks at me and turns swiftly on his heels, dragging Envy with him. They both retreat deeper into the hallway, past the torches I can see waving in the distance.
They are a colorful pair, are they not?
Yeah. I'd say that's probably the best, easiest way to refer to them. Colorful is a curious way of putting it.
Please, allow me to apologize again, and not only on their behalf.
Uh-huh.
Had I known the direness of your state, I would have done something to assist.
Well, you're helping now. Everyone blushes around me. This is wild. Drow Edgeworth! Excuse me, that sounds incredibly self-centered. He fidgets with the collar of his shirt. He looks like a prince in distress more than I do, and that's saying something. Don't worry, no offense taken.
Thank you. Now, come. I may not be able to do much, but it will be better than nothing.
He leads me aside and coaxes me to sit down on the wall's overhanging frieze. Our hands find each other naturally, and he doesn't let go of me until he's sure I'm not about to keel over. Even when I smile up at him reassuringly, his fingers hover close, ready to support me if needed. Before I can even begin to thank him, he bends a knee in front of me. Yeah, no one went, doctor, for the stab wound.
May I?
Aw. White noise takes over my already struggling braid as he earnestly looks up at me. My heart flutters, seeing how the deep color of his eyes pours into me, warm and kind. It takes me a long couple of seconds to understand that he wants to see my hand. That's not how they treat stab wounds here. Here, they treat them interestingly. When I try to pull my arm out of the coat, it gets tangled in the flaps and I struggle to push it away. With the appropriately sized limbs. Oh, well, or appropriately sized appendage, but he reaches out, his fingers delicately peeling off the pieces of fabric and freeing my hand. I don't know. I feel like that's possibly a fire hazard, but what do I know? Heat raises to my cheeks as I place my palm in front of him. Sorry, I swear I'm not usually this clumsy.
Don't say that. You're already going through a great deal.
A bit of clumsiness is expected, and the least of our concerns. I wouldn't demand you remain collected in this situation. Also, I want you guys to know I'm having the hilarious section over on YouTube, in YouTube comments. Someone who thinks they once again, this is it's making me giggle so badly. Once again, we have someone going, "You're a man," and I'm like, "You're correct." Literally, one of their chats was, "Stop pretending to be a woman, bro." Is that an insult? Congrats! You have eyes! Yes, my pronouns are he, him. I am bigender. I prefer to be called a man. Congrats.
Oh, hi, kitty. Hi, kitty.
Thanks for bolstering my public watch hours. Bit of clumsiness is expected in the least of our concerns. I wouldn't demand you remain collected in this situation. I'm still not sure what the situation is. Okay. I'm still not sure what the situation is, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, congrats on being a man. Oh, yes, my manhood medal. Yeah, Kitty was brought here by my laughter. His fingers slowly close around the back of my hand as he inspects the blood-soaked bandages. Sir, I don't know if you know how to deal with this, but your brother fingered my stab wound, and I really don't know how I feel about it. Yeah, I should apologize about that too. However, I'm afraid I can't give you any answers. Even if I had them, it's not my right to explain. But know that our intentions are not malicious, that I can swear to you. Okay, I know the ad is about to play, but I'm out of water, and I need more water really badly, so I'll be right back. Yeah, then we called him a Muppet. Yeah, he fingered my stab wound, and I called him a Muppet. I think those are two very, different things. I'll be right back.
Not the time, baby. Was not the time, baby.
Yeah, fingering your stab wound is a very diabolic lover's thing to do. And yeah, I also wouldn't be surprised if it happened in game. All right. Let's continue. Yeah, the ad will be coming in a few minutes. He bored my eyes into his, trying to find any cracks, any hints that betray his true intentions. There were none. That's reassuring.
Hi, Kiki.
It's true. Or if true. He holds my hand as though it were made of spun glass. He slowly removes wow. He slowly removes what once was a part of my shirt, now a damp crimson piece of fabric. You did a great job. I doubt it. You don't need to lie. I did what I could, I guess. He reveals the wound. Underneath the blood, the blades of grass, and the dirt, I can still see the black ink decorating the back of my hand. He retrieves a cotton handkerchief from his pants pocket, and his eyes search mine, asking for permission. I nod. Oh, you're to clean it here? I'm absorbed by the delicacy of his movements as he cleans upwards from my knuckles. He purposely avoids the traces of ink, and his eyes narrow when the drawing starts to reveal itself. Do you know what it is?
No.
Not without further examination. He hesitates when faced with the entrance of the cut. Sir, you don't have to look that disgusted. I would like to alter it as little as possible, so if you'll excuse me. Yeah, I get it. I'll try not to think about the consequences of leaving a wound of this caliber untreated. He ties the ends of the handkerchief together with a bow, too fine for the occasion, and his thumb swipes against it as if to check its security. The sensation of leather against my skin makes me flinch.
Does it hurt? Of course it does. Forgive me.
Yeah, I feel like, does it hurt? Does the stab wound hurt? Is kind of a stupid question, but you're forgiven, honey. This is as much as I can do for now. This is a lot if we take the rest of my day into consideration. Between being stabbed, kidnapped, or this, I think the choice is pretty easy. He laughs breathily at that, but there's a concerned dip in the bridge of his nose, as though he can't decide whether he should keep laughing. Or not. Dude, you gotta laugh. You'll cry if you don't laugh. Oh, well, that is a robust sense of humor. Yeah, gotta laugh or I'll start screaming and never stop. Thank you, Gail? Gail, was it?
Oh, yes. Where are my manners? It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance. My name is Gael, current master of the Grand Houses.
Gael. Gael. It's not just Gail. Gael. Okay. He takes a seat next to me, leaving a polite distance between us. I tilt my head to the side to get a better look. It only takes him a second to avert his gaze from me with a nervous clear of his throat. Yeah, gay elf. Gael. Gael, which stands for gay elf. Wow, me too. Which is a title you have no concept of, so it's not exactly relevant. I can't help but chuckle at his bashfulness. Nice to meet you, Gael. Master? Master Gael? Oh, no need. Gael will suffice. As I mentally repeat his name, something about it just sounds off. He doesn't look like someone who should be addressed by their first name. Shall we continue? All of them are gay elves. He motions for us to stand, but waits for my reaction first. The other end of the hallway, where the other two disappeared behind us, is still as cryptic as it was before. Can we stay here for a moment? I need to catch my breath a bit. Surprise marks his features, but it lasts only for a blink. Yeah, of course. I can't leave you alone, however, for your own safety. I hope my presence isn't too unwelcome. It's not, it's just... I'm having a hard time trusting anything. Or anyone. It's not just you. I understand, it's a wise thing to do, Prince. Prince. It rolls off his tongue softly, as if it's something meant to be said with care, and not a noun. A wonderful name, if you'll allow me to say. Thanks, I picked it myself. Oh, well, it doesn't have as much class as Master Gael, but I'll accept the compliment. Gael, Amon, and Envy, Before I realize it, I'm extending my other hand for him to shake. He stares at it in dumbfounded silence. He clasped my hand with his and I squeezed. Look, it is! I chose that name myself! His breath staggers in the back of his throat as he pulls back, cradling his hand against his chest. Sorry, did I squeeze too hard? What was that about? No, forgive me. Forgive me. He casts his gaze lower to his slacks, stooping down to brush off a non-existent speck of dirt. Did I do something wrong? Or weird, for that matter? Oh, we should continue. I hate to pressure you, but the longer we wait, the more unstable you may get. Unstable. He stands up and straightens his vest, brushing his hair away from his face with a jerk of his chin. Awkwardness has found its way through his smile, but he still waits patiently for me to leave our improvised seat. I don't know what I did or said, but I would rather go back to that comfortable silence from before. Yeah, it's like Vulcans. Handshaking is basically having sex. Thank you for being so kind to me. Gael? He starts walking and I follow after. He doesn't respond. I know he heard me. If he wants to ignore me, he'll have to work hard on that. I just wanted to thank you for being so kind to... I managed to step aside before I stumble into him. Yeah. Me? Please allow me to apologize again, Prince. I don't mean to rush you. While there are indeed pressing matters to attend to, I would not want that to be at the expense of your comfort. It's not my intention to distress you any further or treat you unkindly. You've been pretty kind to me. That's what I just said. What I mean to say is, Gael. His lips squeeze shut. Did you hear me? You are by far the kindest person I've talked to since I got here. No offense to your siblings. Amon's fine, I guess.
Oh, that's...
He looks away. The collar of his shirt seems a bit too tight. He keeps slipping a finger around it to loosen it.
I do not know about that. There's nothing extraordinary about my actions. Anyone would have done the same.
Okay, but, they haven't. So... Alright. Second break of the night. Let's discuss. We're 2 hours in now. Yeah, honestly.
Blessings.
So yeah, 2 hours in. My current opinion, of this game is I'm so freaking excited to find out more. I am so excited to find out more about what is going on. Why are we unstable? What the fuck was going on with the man made of light who was calling us his wanderer, who then tried to take over our mind? He has something to do with the tower. Yeah, you are so far the best thing. No, we have not met everyone. There are... 7 love interests, and we have met 3 people. Yeah, so there's still 4 more people for us to meet. Yeah. I'm excited. Yeah, we haven't even, I don't, like, so far, I don't even know who I would be going for first. Because, like, I like Gael. I like Envy. Amon's Amon. He's alright. But, like, who knows if we'll run into another character that'll make me go, yeah, the Holly pointed out in the thumbnail that I made. Which, to be fair, I made while my eyes were refusing to focus because I had stayed in bed in the morning. Reading, and so my eyes refused to get back into focus. No, none of them have glasses. Yeah, Holly was like, hey, just so you know, the thumbnail that you made, it looks like the old guy is nuzzling your crown. And I was like, I looked at it, and I was like, oh fuck, I can't unsee that now. It's great. It's great. Oh yeah, no, I didn't take it as a complaint. It was just really funny. It was a really funny coincidence. Ugh. I am very happy to be playing this game tonight. I am loving it. Honestly, loving it. Very happy that I get to play it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if we do his route and he nuzzles us, I'm just gonna fucking lose it. All right, let's go. My feet carry me closer to him, and his shoulders perk up before he can catch himself. I mean it. I can almost hear the protest his brain is crafting, but he gives up on it with a resigned exhale. His eyes, so open before, are now clouded by something I can't quite place. Your most gracious prince. Don't mention it. We smile at each other. In other circumstances, maybe I would be admiring his perfectly sculpted face, like I would a piece of art on a museum wall, as awkward as that would be. Not now, however. There are more important things to do, and more precisely, to ask. So, what now? What happens to me next? He shifts his weight, taking a long pause before speaking next. I'm not sure. We, the sovereigns, those in charge of safekeeping Limbo's realm, are arranged to meet with you shortly. We'll decide how to proceed then, after a very much needed debate. The sovereigns? How many people are we talking about? You've already met Amon and Envy. I have 3 other siblings, and our father will lead the meeting. He is the supreme authority of Limbo, you could say. That doesn't put me at ease in the slightest. The supreme authority doesn't sound too bad, but I guess he's the only chance I have to find some answers. Who better than the person who commands the place to shed some light on all this? And what exactly is Limbo? Our home, just like the firstborn is yours. That's what you call it? Firstborn? Yeah, our world came to life after yours, hence the name. Right. But that's not of importance right now. I know it's easier said than done. Yeah. But do not get caught in the details. The last thing you need is for your sanity to be jeopardized. Something unusual has happened and we want to resolve it as peacefully as possible, both you and us. I silently agree. My head has started to spin again, just from the brief exchange. Taking a step back, he offers me his arm. The smile he flashes me next is distant. Let's hurry then. Hesitantly, I curl my fingers around the crook of his elbow. He leads the way forward, and we walk along the eerie hallway once more, this time in silence. He doesn't make any attempt to strike up conversation, and I'm not in a position to do so either. I merely count our steps as we endlessly follow the cobblestone path. The silence is surprisingly welcome, but short-lived. Something wails from within the walls. It's like a quiet morning, the wheezing cries of the wind leaking through the cracks of every brick shaping the corridor. I can vaguely distinguish mumbled words among the noise. I look up at Gael, but he's merely staring ahead. His gaze is unwavering. If he hears it too, he doesn't react whatsoever. Then my skin crawls as a slow, unnerving smile curves his lips. He looks alien, uncanny, detached, as if he was carved from marble rather than born. What was a soothing presence a second ago now makes me swallow hard and loosen the grip I have on his arm. Why does he feel so different from before? Or am I the one who has... We stop. Oh, a gate made of stone and wood stands before us. The archivolts go up as far as I can see, framing a tympanum. Yeah, that word. That portrays a long-haired man in its center. His hands extend each side, fingers stretched outwards like branches embracing the scene below. Tricky words, yes. Around him, several worshippers clamber up a hill, trying to reach him at the top. A pendant adorns his chest. It has some sort of eye inscribed in a bent triangle. Wait, I've seen that before. I cling instinctively to Gael's arm when the gates open with a thundering noise, making the walls tremble. He finally looks at me as if awakening from a long dream. It's all right. A gust of cold air hits me, coiling around my feet and filtering through the cloak. The scent of something acrid burns my nose. Oh, the gates are now wide open. We're facing an austere, seven-sided room. The subtle streams of light coming from the ceiling shine through floating specks of dust, and I look down at the threshold's clean cut, keeping the cobblestone from continuing inside. This way. I don't move, yanking him back with a strength I didn't know I still had. There's a chair made of stone in the middle of the room, and rooted to the cracked floor. Over it hovers a shining black sphere that catches the light coming in from above. An endless pit surrounds it all, and from it emerges the ominous hum of the earth far, far below. There's a balcony in the back, on the first level, framing the whole floor. A coliseum made to observe and feast on what happens down in the pits, on the mental and physical carnage of the wicked and the doomed. It's a judgment room at best, and a torture chamber at worst. Don't go in there. I shake my head, taking a step back. A wave of nausea pierces my chest, and I let go of Gael's arm as though it were burning.
Are you all right? What's wrong?
I'm not going in there. Please, I know it's not the most pleasant of sights, but you must trust me. I can't do that. I'm not going in there. There's no way. Please reconsider. There's nothing to reconsider. If someone wants to talk to me, they can do it right here. This is just standard procedure, Prince.
I promised you would be safe, did I not? Can you please believe in those words?
I want to. I want to believe someone's on my side, but I don't. I see. He withdraws the hand that reached to touch me, rubbing his wrist instead. My chest rises and falls erratically as his eyes slide to the room before us. Terribly sorry, leaving no choice. Oh, no. Oh. Okay. As I'm about to speak, a chill runs from the top of my head to the tip of my toes, crushing my throat. Something pierces down my spine next, gluing me to the spot. Prince, please get into the room. His eyes bore into me, swallowed by a haunting glow. Everything around those glimmering irises becomes dark and blurry. I feel my thoughts slipping out of my head, and then nothing. Nothing but Master Gael. Take a seat. Yes, Master. I walk through the narrow corridor leading to my appointed chair. Oh, fun! A rock slips off the bridge and falls into the void without a sound. My eyes follow the pebble until it vanishes into the darkness. There's nothing but peace and quiet around me. Nothing but the calm and careful beat of my heart in my ears. I sit down. My back slowly meets the stone and my hands lay on the armrests. The tepid warmth of the candles lick what little skin peeks through the master's cloak. The ball floating above, the eye, stirs to life and regards me with a quiver. The air suddenly slices my lungs open and tears a high-pitched gasp out of me. Heat rises to my head in the shape of my own voice, reverberating inside my skull over and over again. The thoughts flow back inside, desperately filling the emptiness left behind. Hey. What did you do to me? I'm sorry. Flames bite every patch of my skin. I desperately shake the cloak off, pushing my sleeves all the way up to my shoulders. You! He casts his eyes down to where his discarded cloak lays. The cloak floats into the air, fanning my sweat-stained cheeks in the process. It flies away from me and neatly coils itself around Gail's arm. Thank you.
No.
Oh. Don't mention it. I frantically sweep my eyes across the room in realization. Amon is sitting on one of the thrones, his leg hoisted over his knee. He raises a hand in silent greeting when he catches me staring. Next to him stands Envy, not claiming any seat. The only sign of acknowledgement they give me is stuffing their nose in the air. That thing on their arm is completely gone.
My. That takes some courage, brother. Good work.
There's someone else in the room. Right in front of me, a woman stands high on the balcony, hands leaning on the railing.
You did well. Father's eye will now do the rest.
Her voice sinks deep into my bones. I would think her presence had sucked all the air out of the room, but I know it's simply me holding my breath. Well, this isn't great. Her head tilts up ever so slightly, sizing me up thoroughly. You received the notice more than an hour ago. What were you doing? My apologies, dear Prefectus. I wanted to present our guest in better shape than we found him for our father's sake. Alas, I'm not sure I achieved that. She raises a hand to her forehead, heaving a long sigh. Her right arm reflects the purplish light of the room, highlighting the many curves and crevices giving shape to an elegant prosthetics. You and your compassion again, Gael. I admire you. It does not falter even in these circumstances, does it? On the contrary, it should be stronger than ever in moments like this. If you don't mind me, I'll take my seat now. He turns with a bow, and I stare at his receding back. The paralyzing fear strangling me only heightens with every step he takes. Who is he? No, what is he? What are these people? I take this as him. She's looking at me. The drum of her metallic claws on the stone echoes loud enough for me to flinch. Her crimson eyes flicker with dull curiosity as they fall on me. I curl my hands into fists as I hold her stare. Gael's handkerchief tightens around my hand. Yeah, I don't know. That's him. The woman inspects me closely now. So this little thing crosses the crystal border and lives. Quite the miracle, don't you think? My tongue darts out to ease the dry creases on my lips. There's clear accusation behind that clipped tone of hers. And those beasts haven't torn him to shreds either, as I can see. Not a limb infected or missing. They tried to, for sure. We were lucky to be there. Yeah. Now they're just creepy elves. Yeah, we'll see about that. She sighs once more with an audible tension and closes her eyes. When she opens them next, they instantly find me like a knife through the chest.
Listen up, child of the firstborn. I am Prefectus Rhea, guardian of this realm and protector of this sacred chamber. I will be the one to judge you on this day.
You will answer every question asked to you, and you will do so with honesty, lest you receive the punishment you'd be looking for. Have I made myself clear? I mean, yes, ma'am. What can I even do? It's in my best interest to behave if I want to get out of here in one piece. Doesn't make it any easier to swallow what's left of my pride. Yes, ma'am. No need. You may address me as Prefectus, whether to answer or ask. Oh, so I can ask as well. Interesting. Yes, Prefectus. The corner of her lips lifts with a sly smirk, lighting up her eyes with the glow proper of a sated wolf. Good. Cooperate with me and you shall be rewarded. Now, Amon. What? Keep him still. We'll begin as soon as father returns. Keep him still? I don't like that! What? Wait, what? My brother will keep you restrained during this process. You must understand that this situation calls for every safety measure available. Please, Prefectus. We do not think this is necessary.
No.
He's harmless, Ray. You should know better than us. Just look at him.
We do not know that. I won't make the mistake of being incautious.
Yeah, I just want to get my stab wound healed. It's been fingered and, messed with. I glance. Wow. None of those words were right. I glance at the closed gates. For an instant, I imagine myself sprinting and pushing them open, but they look insanely heavy. Even if I had the strength to run up there without slipping and falling to my death, I don't know if I'd be able to push them open. If what you said was right and this being comes from the other side, then we don't know what he's capable of and we should treat him as such. We do not know the effects his presence may have. The balance has never been so feeble, and now this happens. He can barely stand. He's weak, and this is not a game, Amon. His intentions do not matter. He disrupts the balance merely by existing here.
We should handle the situation with as much care as possible. And that means not taking any chances.
Oh.
I can see that, but he's harmless, sister. I've been alone with him and no harm has come my way. There's no need to succumb to panic this quickly. Yeah. So I should be grateful nothing has happened to you. Father keeps me, Gael. Listen to yourself.
No.
I'm merely saying we don't have to judge him as a criminal. And all I'm advocating for is ensuring our safety. You want to play around and discover what follows, then do so, but not in my chambers and not in my presence. I agree with the Prefectus. We have to cast our feelings aside, and likely our morals too, if we want to get to the bottom of this.
No.
I thoroughly refuse to do that. What do you mean? The amount of times that I would have just interrupted these people. Yeah. You are treating me very much like a criminal!
Children.
It smells like honey. Sweet orange blossoms in spring, carried by the tepid breeze of the sunset. A rainy day spent sitting in the porch of an old house with a trusted friend. It smells like home.
I'm afraid our guest isn't feeling too well. We should calm down and lower our voices, yes?
A golden light ushers the room's shadows away. Hi, sir. I like your voice. It bathes my skin, laying down soothing kisses, and I find myself sighing at the sensation. A man dressed in white emerges next to Rhea, pushing her away gently with one hand. He stands in the middle of the balcony, watching on with eyes of liquid sunlight that pour right into me. His fingers draw an arc in the air that leaves behind a trail of stardust.
It is quite cold in this room. My apologies.
The air around me warms me up, embracing me with loving arms. The sweetness in the air expands, engulfing me, and I tilt my head back in relief. Yeah, the crown nuzzler. Slowly, the terrifying knot in my stomach loosens, deftly unpicked by tendrils of light. Yeah. Better, yeah. I nod. A tingle in my belly urges me to look away from him, divert my eyes from the unparalleled magnificence that he is, battling the feral need to just drown in the sight of him. Yeah, he's hot, but like... Yeah, that it clicks. He's the man on the hill. He's the god carved on top of these gates. Fear not, my guests. It is an honor as the father of this realm to welcome you into my home. You must understand the apprehensions of my children. They mean no harm, and neither do I. He lifts a hand and strokes my chin. Oh, cool, he got down to my level. It's warm and light, but invisible to the eye. The touch pulls at a string I didn't know was attached to my chest, slowly untangling it. Every fear and worry dissolves by his hand, freeing me. What a magnificent creature. Don't you think, my children? Am I about to be made into, like, a test subject? No one's looking at me. No one but him.
I am the father, pride of Limbo. You may think of me as the creator of all that you see before your eyes.
These are my beloved children. I ask that you be kind when thinking of them. Envy really makes that hard. That taking a step forward, Rhea clears her throat. The hand brushing my jaw shies away, leaving no trace behind.
Father, please excuse our behavior.
You didn't seem like you wanted to be excused earlier. No need. Losing our manners is bound to happen in light of such an unusual event. It speaks of your noble heart and your honorable intentions. Once more, I'm proud of you. I'm only sorry that I could not be with you sooner, my children. The room is enveloped in tight silence as everyone settles into their seats without uttering a word. The lump in my throat, albeit less painful than a moment ago, still prevents me from doing more than swallowing. I should speak. Maybe I shouldn't. The best I can do is try and plead my case, but I have to be careful. Could I speak? Their eyes bore into me. I try not to shrink under them. I look to the Perfectus for permission, but she averts her gaze. There's a higher authority in the room right now. If you could wait, my beloved guest, I would appreciate it. There are two of my children left for you to meet. With all due respect, Father, I would advise to proceed with the judgment without them. This is much too dangerous of a matter to involve them. Yes.
Oh no! Only cutesy voice! Okay, okie dokies. Let me set up the 5-minute timer. Nope. Yeah, cutesy trial! Hello, I would like to argue my innocence. Your Honor, I didn't do jack shit! Your Honor, I don't know what the fuck's going on and I would like to be released. Ah, yes, I understand your concern, but I'm afraid they're already here. Right on cue, there's a loud knocking from the other side of the gates. A breeze of laughter slips past Father's lips, and his hand sweeps through the air at the very moment the doors begin to part. A bright-haired woman cheerfully waltzes in. I've played the original ones, like the DS ones, but a few years ago. Guilty! No! Why is my crime? Being too cute? Dangerously close to the edge of the bridge. She bounces on her toes, the young man helplessly perched on her shoulders.
Ara, put me down! My stomach's still...
Oh, God!
You said you were too tired to walk, right?
That doesn't mean you can...
At least walk straight!
Sucks to be you. It's your fault we're late. So, deal with it.
I didn't want to come in the first place. And you don't have to... Just put me down!
He brings a hand to his mouth as a very audible retch reaches my ears, urging a similar reaction to me. If she slips, both of them will fall to their inevitable deaths. I instinctively glue myself to the seat, the edges of the backrest jab my spine. My lovelies. My loveliest. You shouldn't run through the hallways. You might slip on the wax.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. Sorry for the delay, Dad. No need, my dear, but do put poor Zal down.
Ugh.
I don't know. I think he deserves a bit more punishment. Let's save that for tea time, For now, we should take our seats. Yeah, I think that's what he means. With the candles that he has all over the fucking floor.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, sorry. You see, someone had to go to the bathroom and couldn't wait. Oh, I can projectile vomit all over the place if you want to. Let's also save that for later. I doubt our guest would appreciate that.
Huh?
Right, our guest! She puts the boy down with little delicacy, almost throwing him into the air. Sweet circles! Is it true then?
Indeed.
Yes, my dear, your siblings just escorted him here.
Wanderer of worlds. I really thought you were messing with me.
It's not your damn Wanderer, Ara. Stop believing in that kind of stuff.
Ugh.
I'm not saying he is, but how many people have claimed to see the Wanderer lately, huh? And how do you explain this? This is proof that it's real? Yeah, you are ruining the spooky, threatening energy. This now feels like I've intruded upon a family dinner. See? Proof. Sure, proof. Sure. See, this is your fault for paying attention to those weirdos. And speaking of paying, there's no trace of the dizziness he had a second ago as he extends a greedy hand to her.
Hey, Daisy.
She falls silent for a moment. It feels like I'm looking at a statue. Huh? Come on! I wouldn't have bet on it if I'd known.
Oh, boo-hoo. Pay.
She growls, throwing her arms into the air before jabbing a hand into the purse around her waist. I hear a familiar clinking of coins as she slams them into his open palm. Hey, we said 30.
Ugh.
I'm not paying you 30. You are paying me 30.
In fact, you said 30. Plus fixing the compost machine yourself for a month. And cooking sweet leaf tarts for me the whole week.
Who do I like? So far I'm liking Gael, Zal, and Envy.
Ugh.
Zal. Now, don't fight. Let us sort this out together later, yes? Fine, but still owe me 20. They make their way to the balconies, each step louder than before as they drift away. I watch as they continue their casual chat, throwing glances at me all the while. When the girl notices me staring, she waves at me. I think he is. Because that's 7. Yeah, because it's Amon, Rhea, Gael, Envy, Ara, Zal, yeah, then the dad. So we are able to romance Papa. The doors are still open, and I feel reasonably better. I know that's not me, but the hold this place, or the man in gold, has on me, but maybe I could take advantage of it. I can sprint to the door, get to the hallway, and if I'm lucky enough, maybe lose them through the corridors if they give chase. There's no time for second guessing. Huh? I try to hoist my body up with my hands, but I'm pushed down again the moment my rear leaves the chair. I told you, Amon. Oh dear, I asked that you may see him, I guessed. My fingers spasm when I command them to move. Every mechanism in my body halts. A fist pulls back at the reins of my muscles, yanking me back against the stone. Yeah, all the blood rushes to my head, the only thing that's still mine. It's useless. I can barely blink and breathe, and maybe I should be grateful for that. Uruseo.
It takes me a long time to move my eyes to meet Amon's. His left hand is facing down, pointed vaguely at me. He's the one doing this to me, isn't he? But how? How is this?
Indeed.
Oh, yay! We could begin. The 6 thrones are occupied. Father stands on the balcony, hands joined before his chest. I'm about to be judged for what I don't know. It is known. Today, a human has crossed the border between our realm and the Firstborn. This is proof. This isn't real. There's no way any of this is real. Now I'll hear about the events. Oh, I'll hear the recent events from the eldest, Lord Amon. Amon's mouth opens and his eyes make a beeline to Envy, who's staring stoically down at their hands. Dad Vivi was the one who... Father, Lord Envy was the one who felt the pull on the border. I think it's them who should... You know your sibling cannot answer, son. The fingers still pointing at me twitch. I try to jerk my arms up, but the intangible force wrapped around me pushes back down. If he gets distracted enough, then maybe I can... Yeah, of course. He stands. The rasp of his throat disrupts the ominous silence. We were both in the Black Citadel when Lord Envy felt the border weaken. We saw a light in the sky after that. We hurried to the woods past the circles, and we found a human near the limits. A pause. We encountered some void-bound, more than usual. They chased us beyond the limits, and far away from them at that. They got really close to the 4th bridge. That is quite concerning. It is. The void-bound venturing off limits? That can mean the tower is getting more powerful. We should raise the alarm near towns, in the nearby towns. The tower. Hearing that word is enough to drive my heart all the way down to the pit of my stomach. This may be my only chance.
Excuse me, that tower you mentioned, what is it?
Judging by the many reactions around me, it seems they've forgotten I was here altogether. We don't know exactly. It is an entity that has been feeding off Limbo's essence for eons, long before some of us were born. Its origin is unknown, as are its goals. We assume it is sentient and intelligent to a degree. Any attempts at communication have been fruitless, however. That vile thing is a threat that spits monsters into our realm, the Voidbound, which you've had the pleasure of becoming acquainted with. That should be enough to satisfy your curiosity.
No, it's not. If anything, I have even more questions now. But I'm not sure how smart it is to show interest in this entity they're so afraid of.
I see it in my dreams, after all. Maybe it's a bad omen, or worse, something that could get me killed if they find out.
Curiosity is a marvelous thing. Please don't hold back if you harbor any more questions.
I would kill you with the amount of questions I have. I can't see through that affable smile of his, but my guts churn and twist at the sight. There's something behind those words. Intent, maybe. A wish for me to keep asking.
You wished to speak, did you not? This is your chance. I now grant
Can I touch the
permission to plead
fluffies?
your case, if you will. Our dear Prefectus moderates this chamber, but today I will be the one to heed your words. I advise you to be wary of what you say.
I don't know.
Or what you do not.
A cold drop of sweat rolls down my temple. My mouth is so dry, I almost choke on my tongue. I don't really know what to say. I don't know who you are or where I am to begin with, but I'll tell you everything you want to know with one condition.
Whispers erupt around me, some entertained, some horrified. My voice gets caught in the bottom of my throat for a moment before I can speak again.
You must guarantee my safety. Promise me I won't be harmed, and I'll tell you everything I know.
I never had any intentions of hurting you, my dear guest. I assure you that you fall under my protection.
Doubt!
And my word and my will are law.
Doubt! Extreme doubt!
Is that enough to ease your concerns?
Dunno!
That's really not a guarantee. You said you had no plans. Plans could change.
Swear on your life. I somehow managed to hold his stare. I can't for the life of me read his expression at all.
Yeah.
It'll have to do, I guess.
Have to do.
Yeah, it'll have to do. If he really is as powerful as a god, he could do whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
I have no real guarantees.
This is all I have. Hopefully not empty promise.
Indeed.
Excellent. I promise your cooperation will be rewarded. We will start with the very basics. Introduce yourself to the chamber, my dear. My surprise must be showing because he tilts his head to the side, inviting me to answer.
My name is Prince. I live in Fayborn, a small seaside town. I'm nobody in particular, I guess. My interests.
Intentions.
Intentions? Right now, survive, I guess. A splutter echoes from one side of the room. Ara slaps a hand over her mouth, but the motion only makes her slip more evident. Rhea clears her throat. I can feel a strain in her forehead as she tries not to roll her eyes.
How did you get here?
I don't know. A seer stabbed my hand.
What? A seer?
I went with a friend of mine to get her fortune read. They offered me a reading too, and then they started saying the weirdest things. They attacked me, stabbed my hand, and the floor gave in. Then I fell, and I remember... I rack my brain only to find that those memories are still scattered and fragmented. Sensations remain, but I can't put them into coherent words. I remember the ocean and the stars. Someone was talking to me. Then I woke up in the forest. I don't think it's wise to tell me the seer told me about this somehow. About the one between, or... Wait. Are you the one between? His golden eyes widen. For a moment as brief as a blink, his calm countenance is shattered by the grip of fear. Yeah, luckily we forgot the fire and the whole being flayed alive.
That is quite enough.
My mouth clamped shut instantly. I agree. It's bold of you to assume you could spit all this nonsense without being...
I'm not lying!
Hey!
He did fall from the sky. I just said that. We saw the border being broken. And I saw the writings on the back of his hand. It's obvious a ritual has been performed. We don't have time to lose listening to this nonsense. If those damn creatures are wandering outside their prison, then we should focus on ensuring our people's safety. No, I don't think there's a poly route in this one. I'll see that every patrol stationed in every town near the 4th bridge sees their numbers doubled immediately. In the meantime, I suggest we bring the human to Red Rock until we figure out what to do with him.
Huh?
Red Lock? That's a bit excessive, isn't it?
It's not. For all we know, he could explode any minute now. Explode? Why would I explode? Also, I realized my eyes were like that for a long time. Red Lock is our safest bet. Explode? We would ensure he's under constant surveillance and proceed with further deliberation after the Voidbound are given back to their swamp. Yes, we do have yet to reach the solution. Time is scarce. Do any other children have any suggestions? Why don't we try sending back to Firstborn? You all surely can't be fine with sending him to Redlock of all places. I refrain from asking what Redlock is. I think I can get an idea. Yeah, stabbed, burnt, attacked, exploded. This just fucking sucks. It's not that simple. We have to consider the consequences of our decisions.
Harmless or not, which we don't know yet, we have to prioritize the safety of the realm. Do you all understand that?
I do, but if he shouldn't be here, then let's send him back. Safety of the realm. Am I a threat somehow? Right, Zal?
He shoots up in his seat, a confused babbling falling off his lips. Registering the sudden attention of everyone, he sits upright, throwing helpless glances around him.
Sorry, what?
Weren't you listening?
Yeah, mind controlled by 2 dudes, insulted by a tsundere. Yeah, why have I been mind controlled twice? Dude, everything just fucking sucks right now. No.
We're talking about someone's life here.
What do you want me to say? It's not like my opinion will change anything.
Just say something. Anything would do at this point.
Yeah, and our phone doesn't have data. He sputters and slumps, deflating into his uncomfortable-looking seat. You aren't gonna like it.
Just say it.
Ray's kind of right. We're in the dark about this, and the voids are running around out there while we're arguing, so... I mean, I know that, but... She looks at me, lips worried into a troubled line. I share the sentiment. Permission to intervene, Perfectus. Envy shuffles their feet, vaguely gesturing at me with one hand while avoiding my eyes. Ray regards him, their gazes meet for the briefest of moments. Permission granted. We're not seeing the bigger picture, I'm afraid. First, the Midnight Tower starts spinning voidbound. Then they venture beyond the limits, and now a child of the Firstborn shatters the crystal border and crosses into Limbo. Suspiciously close to the tower, may I add. Do you think these events are related? It could be. Can't be a coincidence, at least. Not when the tower's absorbing more essence every day and the Voidbound are becoming smart enough to bypass our defenses. Perhaps its sheer power is starting to leak into the Firstborn, and this is a consequence of it. We know too little about the tower to discard any scenario. It's either that or the human has been summoned here. And both options should concern us. If the tower is not responsible, it means someone has performed a ritual without precedent and has done so with a purpose in mind. A purpose we know nothing about. Another human sent him here, you say? That's what he's saying. That or someone has summoned him from this side, and that seer of his was just an unfortunate puppet.
Nonsense.
Yeah. The requirements
for such a feat are incalculable. Unfathomable.
For us.
No. There is no way a simple human could do something like that. It's impossible.
And then the only possibility left is blaming one of our people. Those privileged enough to know about the existence of the Firstborn are aware of the consequences of attempting something as egregious. Even if they somehow had the power and the knowledge to reach the other side of the crystal border, they wouldn't risk their positions, their lives, for an insanity like this. Father would know if they behaved otherwise. No one could pursue something like this unnoticed and without leaving a trace. You mentioned someone stabbed your hand, did you not? Yeah, they drew something on the back of my hand, and then, well, you know the rest. I looked down at my hands. The cloth Gael tied around is still stained red. I saw it, yeah. I couldn't read it due to the state of the wound, but with effort, he could have drawn it himself. And why would he do such a thing?
That is what I've been trying to tell you since we started this, Gael. That we know nothing. Nothing at all.
As such, we cannot ignore any possibilities. Can you say with striking accuracy that he is completely innocent and oblivious? Gael looks at me. I don't know how to feel. He forced me to sit here, yet he is fighting oddly hard to ensure I'm not sent to whatever Redlock is. No, I can't. I think we have to calmly assess the situation. I take a shallow breath. The seer wanted me here, or Perhaps not them, but someone else. Did they want me in particular, though? Like it or not, they knew a lot about me, about my life. The puzzle pieces lay strewn before me. I could imagine endless possibilities of what the final picture looks like, but my mind can't fully grasp it. A lot of terrible things come to mind. Speaking out of turn might get me in trouble. These people, whoever, whatever they are not my friends. Right now, they fully have the upper hand as well. They're discussing what to do with my life, after all. I have to be smart no matter how scared I am. I swallow down the thick lump in my throat. I gather myself and raise my hand. Amon's hold allows me to. That's good. Could I... Go on. Again, I swear I'll cooperate with you in every way I can. I have nothing to do with whatever's going on. I just want to go back to my family. I understand that, but the truth is that you may be dangerous in ways that not even we can fathom. I'm not doing this for entertainment. Let me prove it then. I wasn't lying before. If me being here is such a problem, then help me leave. I get it. You're trying to protect your family. Then help me get back to mine. I'll tell you anything you want to know or help however I can. Just give me a chance. I throw glances around the room, but I'm only met with the heavy silence of their deliberation. Pinched brows, pursed lips, and then an exhausted sigh. I must reiterate, confinement should be our last resort. It is not only cruel, but we are also depriving ourselves from learning from Prince. If you want to be cautious, my Prefectus, then let us personally watch over him. Yeah, sure, keep your enemies close and all that. Sure, absolutely, sure. She doesn't sound like she's really on board with this idea. She really sounds like she's like, no, don't really like it. Don't really like it. Who knows? Maybe he can help us solve this mystery. Doubt it. However, if the tower or someone else wants him, I agree it's best to have him in our possession and under our personal surveillance. Vigilance. Well, yeah, alright, same word.
Blessings.
Think about it, Ray. We know so little about the tower. If keeping the precious bunny means we can have some advantage, we should play smart. I'm not a bunny, I'm a cat. And of course you gave him one of your silly names already. And what if you all are wrong? What if the tower has nothing to do with this? Then it means someone is plotting something against Limbo's integrity and we should stop it from the beginning. No. No, he just calls us bunny for some reason. No matter which side of the border it belongs to. Your prince could be harboring plans of his own or fulfilling them for someone else. Then you'll agree it's best we keep a close eye on him. All right, I'll trust your judgment. You lot are really tiring to argue with. I withdraw my proposal for now. Thank you, Prefectus. Truly. Unbelievable. You ought to thank me yet. I'm merely placing my trust in my siblings. You best not betray that trust. I won't. Father, how should we proceed now? Father is looking down at his hands, twisting the many rings glimmering on them. It is a concerning situation, no matter the truths that lay behind it. Your arguments have been nothing but impeccably solid, and I confess I fear for us all. If our guest is the key to discerning the tower's intentions, or to uncovering a treacherous plan to hurt our people, then perhaps he looks right in my eyes.
Possible.
But I will not put my family at risk. I refuse to do so. That said, another thought occurred to me. As much as our Zal doesn't wish to engage in this conversation, perhaps he can contribute to answering some questions and assist in our decision. What? I would like to know if the human poses an immediate threat to us. Perhaps you can enlighten me on that matter, son. The color drains from his face until his skin turns ashen.
I've never tried it on someone.
I don't want to be a guinea pig! I would have to touch him.
Indeed.
Our approach is greatly affected by the question of whether or not our dear prince is a threat to the delicate balance of the realm. But if you'd rather not, I understand. My son will find another way. It's alright to be scared. Zell wavers, head bobbing from side to side. Yay! Another experiment on me! Fuck my life! Yeah, can people stop shoving body parts into our orifices? His legs, which had been sprawled out like a cat's, are now crossed at the ankles as he stares through them with his trembling eyes.
No, I can do it. I think.
Please, can we just, touch pinkies or something? You sure? Yeah, trying can't do any harm, I guess. You guess? Let's find out then. Oh no. Father's hand reaches towards the other side of the room where Zal sits. A thin beam of light emanates from two of his outstretched fingers, marking the middle of Zal's forehead. The scent of orange tickles my nostrils once more. The light tastes sweet. Dear Prefectus, help your brother get down quickly. Immediately. She extends a hand in front of her. The railings on the right side of the room quiver, then melt down into a brownish liquid. Ugh. An invisible mold hugs the cement to create a path leading to where I sit. The steps become solid in front of my very eyes. What was a piece of railing seconds ago is now a perfectly sturdy set of stairs, and Zal wastes no time climbing down them. I must warn you, my beloved guest, there's a weird... Oh, there's a... There's a... I thought he said there's a weird thing with my son's body. I was gonna say, whoa, I don't need to know that. There is a ward embracing my son's body. Should you attempt to harm it in any way, I cannot guarantee what will happen to you. My throat squeezes down a gulp, but takes of its own accord. Father smiles tenderly as he steeples his hand. There's no hesitation in him. The void in my stomach twists as I vaguely consider what would happen if he sensed any ill intentions coming from me. Dude, I just want to go home. Zal fidgets, removing his hands from his pockets to take a step closer to my seat. I could see my reflection in his jacket, tired eyes at a gaping, swollen mouth. No! No! I barely recognize myself.
Hey.
He awkwardly raises his hand at me. Hey. Hey. He shuffles his feet. His eyes don't meet mine for long.
I'm, Sal.
Friends. God, this is like a fever dream. So, do you want me to explain what, you know... What are you gonna do to me? He bares his teeth in a grimace. His slightly rosy cheeks flower into a deep crimson.
Well, if you say it like that, it sounds like I'm gonna do something horrible.
I have no touchstone to any of this. For all I know, you're about to shove your hands in my eyeballs. I mean, I'm in the dark here. You could be. Yeah. This must sound weird, but I can know about stuff when I touch it, so that's what I'm hoping I can do to you. What kind of stuff? What you're made of, chemical compositions. I could also learn how your body functions, or if you're sick. Yeah. I think. You don't sound too sure. I've tried it on my cat a few times. But never on, you know. His slender fingers slowly gesture at me. And what's the worst that can happen exactly? Nothing, I think. It's not supposed to be aggressive with what I touch or whatever. Yeah, good thing we're part cat. Yeah, I guess the worst would be learning nothing. I see. Come on, bro. You won't bite. Shut up. Squaring his shoulders after shooing him on a withering glare, he jabs his hand out right in front of me. Your hand. I arch an eyebrow. Please.
That's better.
I place my non-stabbed hand on top of his. His skin is soft and his fingers curl around mine quite nervously. Good to know I'm not the only one scared, I guess. His fingertips find the back of my hand, hesitant, trembling. I close my eyes, readying myself for any kind of pain as he squeezes my palm. I can feel my pulse battling his own. The point where our hands meet tickles, and slowly the feeling turns sharp, like a pinch traveling all the way up my shoulder. It doesn't hurt. My skin is crushed by a faint wave of dew that sets the hair along my arms pinned straight like a field of needles. There's a low thrum in my ears and a tingling nudge behind my eyes. Then comes the flash of light, a spark the color of the morning sky. A bluish glow takes over my arm, lighting it up from the inside. Every vein turns into a glinting, sinuous line, brimming with life. The orange and red hues of my backlit flesh bleed into blue. I can see all the lies underneath my skin, emanating a soft glimmer. Oh, all that lies. You know, I can see all the lies underneath my skin would be absolutely fucking terrifying. Yeah. His formerly gentle grip turns firm when my first reaction is to back away. His eyes are two beaming rays of cerulean light. Cerulean? Lost in a vague point between my collarbones. Everything fluid around us and stills. I can no longer tell his pulse from my own. We merge completely in an unknown sea, but I feel no fear. I drift away, letting the waves carry me, letting his eyes be my anchor. I'm submerged in frigid water and the ice bites my skin. A voice tries to reach me. Fingers dance along the strings of an old and beloved instrument. Praise is given with the gentleness of a loved one. Then it arrives. Grotesque, all-consuming, starving for millennia. It roars, straining against its shackles, tearing apart the very filaments of life. It lays in wait. It has been waiting for too long. Don't you think? The light within my eyes, my arm dies a single instant. The pebbles floating around us fall back down to their natural place, and the energy settling every nerve of my body on... The energy setting every nerve in my body on edge ebbs away. The last thing to fade is the shine of Zal's eyes. His pupils contract and his shoulders slump as his consciousness seems to slip back to reality. He scrunches his nose in discomfort and releases me slowly, letting his arm fall limply to the side. What is it, son? He squeezes his eyes shut a few times, clearing away the haze clinging to his expression. He doubles over right before me, his hands shooting up to grip his head. I reach out when he keels over, catching him before he can hit the floor. Zal! His dead weight pushes me back to the chair as he stumbles on top of me. The back of my head and the side of Zal's hit the stone amidst a chorus of horrified gasps. His eyes snap open. We're so close I can see every twitch and flicker of his pupils as he gazes deep into something inside me. My chest stills. His eyes sink into my own, digging into the furthest reaches of my brain. I hear soft whispering. Yep, we killed him. You. I hear soft whispering as his pupils turn white. Every other sound is drowned out by the thrum of his body, like a bolt of lightning caught within his ribcage. Huh? Zal, are you? His arms snap up to stop her from coming any closer, but his eyes are still fixed on me, darting between images I can't see. I don't know how long he stays there, curled over me, hovering mere inches from my face. He's not breathing. The glow disappears from his eyes once more. Air re-enters both of our bodies at the same time, and only then do I realize that I've been holding my breath just like him. Slowly, the heaving of our chests subdues and sink once more. He looks at me, conscious, serene. His bangs crest my forehead, but my body doesn't register the tickle they leave behind. You. His expression doesn't change, set in absolute neutrality, but there's a glint of something behind those impassive eyes, a glint that sends a chill through my very soul. He knows. Zal? He's harmless. Lethargically, he straightens up with a steadying hand on the backrest of my seat. He saw the tower, but he still thinks we're harmless? Okay. He blinks hard several times once more. Are you certain, son? He puts some distance between us and reaches up to touch the spot where he hit his head. The glance he throws my way vanishes any doubt I had. He knows about me in the tower. Yeah. Zal looks away from me, stuffing his hands in his pockets. He's not gonna explode or anything. The worst that can happen is that he, dies. Like, suddenly. What? Like dropping dead, I mean.
Wow. Way to put it, champ.
Dan, what do you want me to say? The balance is trying to, balance stuff. Just don't say anything about death. Fine, he's like a non-wielder. Can't wield, can't see, pretty much harmless. As I suspected. Yeah, heart attack by devil powers. Father closes his eyes in a moment of intimate thought, one everyone present respects. It's a moment of intimate thought. We'll take a recess now. I need some time to deliberate. Prefectus, you may send word to the cities closest to the fourth bridge. Yes, father. She swiftly rises from her chair and disappears. With her, she takes the tension that was tightly threaded across the room. Sons, Lord Envy, a word. Why does he refer to Envy as not son? Interesting. The three of them abandon their positions without hesitation, and a few eyes land on me as they do so.
Huh.
Dad, can I bring Prince some water? His steps visibly falter at the question, but it's only for the briefest fraction of seconds before he recovers his composure. Oh, yeah, duh. Yes. Sorry, that was a brief moment of Prince having an absolute brain fart. Of course, my dear, such a thoughtful soul you are. Yes. The breezy sound of bare footsteps takes over the lower floor. I watch, still in a strangely comfortable haze, as her massive pink hair... Yeah, son's child. As a massive pink hair trots away and charges through the gates. Keep our guest company, Zal. We will return soon.
Wait! What am I supposed to do?
Amazing. A door closes somewhere behind the balcony. The sound echoes louder than it should. We're alone. There's no one here but me, him, and the droning eye hovering above my head. He draws out a groan, pulling his jacket up to his shoulders. The fabric slides back down uncooperatively. I've been in plenty of uncomfortable situations in my life. This somehow isn't as bad as some of them. So, you alright? I'm in one piece. I think that's as close as I'll get to alright. I guess I have to thank you for that. I was just doing what they asked me to. But you were kind to me. I wasn't. Fine, I won't argue. Are you okay, though? You almost fainted. His eyes finally gather the courage to land on me, and they do so suspiciously. My attempt at gathering a bit of information has failed, apparently.
You don't have to be nice or anything. Like, I doubt you care.
Yeah, everyone in this game blushes easily and also is extremely standoffish. Yeah.
That's a bit edgy, don't you think?
That's a bit edgy. Are you edgy, honey? I can't help but chuckle. At least I try to. No, it's not.
Just a bit.
Stop laughing. Aren't you in pain and scared or something? I'm surprisingly lucid, if you ask me. Don't know how long it'll last, though. I could still do something bad to you, you know. Like? Okay, sorry. That's the most comical threat I've ever heard, but I keep my opinions to myself. He looks like he would flee immediately if he hadn't been tasked to keep an eye on me. One glass of water come through. Busting through the gates, the glass in her hands, she saunters over towards us. Relief washes over my temporary guardian with such strength that I'm afraid he'll keel over again. Very nice of you to leave me here alone. Oh, please, don't tell me you're scared of Prince. He doesn't reply. He shoots me a cautious gaze, and I instantly know what he's thinking about. Did he see the same thing I did then? Or am I just imagining things?
Huh.
What's with the faces? What were you two talking about? Nothing. Nothing, huh? Keeping secrets from Sister Ada, huh? Ada. Fine, fine. Here, Prince, drink some. Several droplets vault off the overflowing glass as she jabs it in my direction, splashing onto my lap. The dazzling smile she's wearing could light up an entire city. Thanks. I hesitantly accept the offer. The glass feels absurdly light in my grasp. As I gulp the water down so fast I can't even taste it. My breath cuts short and my stomach twitches painfully at the sudden influx. Yeah, God, that felt good.
Huh.
Circles. Do you want some more? No, that's okay. We don't charge for it. You just gotta ask. Yeah, and everyone's gonna think we peed our pants. Her outstanding kindness is as welcome as it is concerning. I already let my guard down with Master Gael, and that didn't turn out too well. I rest the empty cup on my lap. Ara's smile broadens until her eyes are hardly more than a straight row of long lashes.
You don't look too different from us.
I mean, if you take away the cat ears, we could be fucking related. What'd you expect?
Oh, come on. Don't tell me you hear Wanderer of Worlds and imagine someone completely normal.
You read too much. There's no wonder of anything. Wait, that thing, the Wanderer, what's that? A pair of peachy eyes in front of me suddenly draws close. In a heartbeat, Ara's nose is almost touching mine, and I swallow a squawk out of pure courtesy. The Wonder of Worlds is an old legend of... It's just a stupid fairy tale. That's what someone boring like you would say. Nah, that's what someone who's just delusional would say. Oh, who's not delusional. Wow, these two fight. Prick. Ugly. Idiot. Their shared focus remains on one another and their bickering. There's a few hands thrown in the air, merged with some slaps, and soon a round of laughter wrapping it all together. Anyway. Yeah. Could I have more water? Like a light switch, Ara's face is completely taken over by another huge smile that utterly erases the impish expression she had a second ago. Sure. Ara picks up the empty glass and shoves it right into Zal's chest. You heard the Lord. What?
Come on.
I'm not your butler, bring it yourself.
After the traumatic experience you made him go through, it's the least you could do.
What? As if it was my fault. I didn't want to do it in the first place. And traumatic? Give me a break. I'm the one who almost broke my head in two. Come on, please. Zal looks back and forth between us, flabbergasted. Notably, his eyes linger on mine longer than they do on his sister's. Don't look at the prisoner. Guest.
Oh, please. Do it for your super cute and kind sister.
Is that sister in the room with us now? Ara claps her hands together. Her pleading eyes are so big they look ready to pop out of her sockets. I'm fine. But I'm adding 10 more to your debt.
Ah, my boobaloo.
My boobaloo? What is a boobaloo? Thanks. He storms off, empty glass in hand. Her expression twists mischievously as she watches her brother march away. I don't know, her little hands rubbing together like the most villainous of villains would do. Well, at least someone's having fun with this. So, how are you holding up, Prince? I'm sure you've been asked that a bunch of times, but I can't resist myself. Well, I'm afraid I'll have to give you the same answer, so, I'm alive, I guess. Unless you all have different plans. Because you don't, right? Plan to off me? Yeah, teach us to do that wavy thing with the dialogue box. No!
I know everyone got a bit nervous back there, but I swear, we're not monsters or anything.
Yeah, kind of getting a little hard to believe that.
See, things are not exactly perfect around here. But now that you're here, they might just be soon.
How am I supposed to help with that? What am I supposed to do exactly? What am I supposed to do exactly? I think I understand that you're dealing with some problems, but I don't know how much I can be of use. I mean, your brother did say I might die any minute. Which is awfully comforting and not terrifying at all, thank you very much.
Ugh.
Listen to him. but it's true, right? Well, let's not think about that now, all right? That means it's true.
What's important is that we all agreed on helping you out because that will help us out too.
Oh.
Most likely, you will just have to not get into trouble and lend a hand when asked. Chances are this is just a weird misunderstanding and we'll find a way to send you back home in no time. And I'll be there for you along the way. Helping people's what I do best, after all. There's a sparkle in her eyes as she speaks. It's compelling, passionate, like watching someone give the speech they've been preparing for their entire life. And I'm the audience she wants to move. Your enthusiasm is appreciated. Oh, aren't you sweet? First, I guess Gael will examine you properly after we find a way to interact with you without causing a reaction that kills him.
Zal emerges from behind his sister, nudging her arm with a now refilled glass of water.
Shut up.
She yanks the glass off him and hands it to me. I'm just saying.
Yeah, and that's the problem. Just stop talking altogether.
Don't wanna. Make me.
Wow. And so it begins. Once again, I become a spectator to their, banter of their duet of jabs and puns, as if this were like any other day in their completely normal lives. It doesn't last long, for better or for worse. A scraping noise from above makes them shut their mouths, and all three of us turn to its source. Tilting my head, I watch as the other 5 sovereigns flow inside the room, quietly chatting amongst themselves. There's a relaxed air about them. Even the stiffness around the prefectus's shoulders have subsided.
Huh.
Hey, look who's having fun down there.
Jealous much?
You bet. One more boring speech from the prefectus and I'll die on the spot. There's nothing boring about my speeches. They're just too intelligent for your tastes.
Next time, try using some pictures and puppets, Ray.
No kidding. I'd love that. Yeah. Now, children, back to your seats. This won't take much longer.
Cool. Can I sleep?
I'd love to sleep.
Everyone takes their seats as requested. Zal has scurried away at some point, and Ara's the one who lingers on the platform that's been my prison for a while now.
Oh.
You can keep the glass if you want, just in case you get thirsty again.
Hang in there. Just for a little longer. Alright?
Maybe it's her bright smile, her familiarity of her gestures, and her movements, whatever it is. I found myself nodding before I could think about it.
Will do. She seems satisfied with that. With a final bob of her head, she turns to the stairway. Ara?
Huh?
Thanks.
She tucks a few strands of hair behind the shell of her ear, but they promptly return to their place around her heart-shaped face.
Don't mention it.
Her lips quiver as she contemplates. I've seen that for quite a few times now. The shell of their ear. It's just like the back of your ear. It's just tucking your hair behind your ear. With one last beam for me, she settles on the ladder, skipping all the way back up to the upper floor. Wonderful. As father resumes his position at the railing, the dust floating among the room freezes in place. Oh. The timid rays of moonlight peeking through the windows halt their dance. Not a sound or word is heard. After careful deliberation, I've made a decision. It is true that the human summoning is wholly inexplicable, as are his true intentions, or if he has taken part in this unprecedented event. With that considered, I shall have the 7 sovereigns guard this one's life until a solution is found and the culprit of this transgression is brought to the sacred chamber. As Limbo's father and protector, I know in my heart that is the right thing to do. As a father, however, I would not demand this of you, my children. If the worst scenario came to fruition, many lives would be at risk, including your own. Yeah. I would think it would be the point of the ears. You don't have to ask, Father. The safety of this realm is the safety of this family. Your burden is our burden.
Yeah.
We wouldn't dip on you like that. This will be easy, see? Zal, Ara. We're in, of course. Don't you dare count us out. Right, Zal? A dragged-out hum was his only answer. He searches for something he can use to help his case, and by chance his gaze falls to me. His expression tightens. We draw a labored breath in unison. Yeah, about that. Sure, I guess. He looks away, crossing his arms before his chest in visible discomfort. The tension that should wash out of me solidifies, worming its way into my belly. Why is he not saying anything? How will we settle this, Father? Will he stay in the spire, or will we take turns watching over him? Knowing how fickle his life is, I'm afraid the spire's volatile nature would not be ideal. My position does not allow me to dedicate as much time and effort to this matter as it needs. Yeah, he's tall and goofy. Alright, 3 hours in. My opinion has not changed. I'm still super freaking loving it. And I'm just gonna keep going. Because I just want to keep going. Sorry. Therefore, I will ask of you to shelter Prince within your circles. He must be under strict vigilance, but also cannot raise suspicion. This matter will remain as secret as possible. Teach him our customs, as if he truly is foreign to them. Let us embrace him and let him embrace our home. Sooner or later, the answers will be given to us one way or another. Stand and cast your vote, if you will, my sovereigns. The room fills with the sound of shuffling of clothes and shoes. 6 hands rest atop of the railing, and a quiet hum erupts from the earth, crawling up through the pillars, holding this place together. However, there's one among them who doesn't move. Envy remains still, a distant look at his downcast eyes. Father, a suggestion if you allow it.
Indeed.
Even where I can see Amon's Adam's apple plummet under the weight of Father's candid stare. I'd like to suggest we include Lord Envy in this. Come on. I know the law, but they know more of the firstborn than any of us. It's only fair that he has a chance to help. And it'd be good for them to have a say in this. Maybe then we can... Amon. His eyes meet Envy's, and the unspoken words between them are too intimate for me to watch for too long. What's going on here? What is going on here? We'll speak about that when the time comes. For now, yes, I understand. Do you find yourself ready for this task, Lord of Envy? Yeah, family drama. As they glanced at their father, I realized there had been a faint softness in their eyes while they looked at Amon. Now, however, there's something else that words can't quite describe. Yes, I do. And it's decided. Envy stands up and joins the rest, his pale hand clasping the cold stone of the ledge. I don't know. By unanimous agreement, the 7 sovereigns will take Lord Prince under their sacred protection. We will, however, grant our guests the chance of making a crucial decision. But who I go with? Father offers me a fond smile as his attention zeroes in on me. He brings his hands together, squeezing his palms until a flicker of light seeps through his fingers. Cool. When his hands part, a deck of cards swirls in rapid circles between them. Its pace soon slows to a halt, bobbing up and down amidst the golden glimmer. The balcony in front of Father parts before him, shying away from his presence. He steps into the void, and the air itself holds him aloft, coiling around his ankles with care, delicately fanning his clothes. My heart trembles at the sight before being soothed into a calm rhythm. A golden hand slips between my ribs and lovingly pats away the ache held there. It steals my breath. It relieves me of the never-ending pain of being conscious, of being present. I will be taken care of. As though every thought is erased with a snap, I'm besotted by the glorious face approaching me, by the scent of morning dew cradling my senses. The world carries Father to me, stopping him at a distance that could be dwindled into nothing but a mere stretch of my arm. His power is unimaginable. I could taste it on my tongue, feel it in my veins, hear it echoing inside my heart. Yet I fight it. No. Something inside me, something else inside me fights it. Fights the hold his godly presence has on me. What are you doing to me?
I apologize. It is my very existence that troubles your soul. Perhaps with greater strength than usual, as you are no child of mine. Gather your thoughts. My influence will pass.
I will never stop licking their father. No. I close my eyes, denying the pleasure of seeing him. Knowing that he's not actively trying to charm me is all the more unsettling. A dangerous thought crosses my empty mind. What if I gave in to him, to this influence? In my hands, I hold 6 cards. Each card represents one of my beloved children, our trustworthy sovereigns. Let instinct guide you, as each card is infused with tremendous power. They hold the very essence of my children themselves. Or, if you will, you have your choice be based on cunning and strategy. Act as you please. Know that each one of them offers you protection, understanding, and knowledge. Yeah, seize this opportunity as one in a million lifetimes, my dear guest. I face his delightfully overwhelming presence. I can't hold his stare too long. It causes flames to lick at my stomach in a blur of pain and pleasure. Is there anything you would like to add? Lord Prince of Melorosia? I'll do my best to be of use. I'll do my best to be of use. I'll show you that I have nothing to do with any of this.
Oh, my dear. I know you will.
One of his hands reaches for me with languor and feather-like delicacy in equal measure, and my body fervently anticipates his touch. Hi, Phantom! His naked fingers graze my cheek, and it feels as if the sun was kissing my skin, a warm, light touch that soon turns into a searing caress.
I know you will.
I'm scared now. A shiver runs through me, setting my insides on fire in a mind-numbing mixture of pleasure and unease. It's settled then. Today you take destiny to your own 2 hands for as long as you remain among us. The cards flutter and twirl before they fly away from the cocoon of his hand. They stop right in front of me, 6 perfect pieces of wafer-thin stone and glass, one for each one of them, just like he said. I think I did trigger flirt with him. A myriad of colors and shapes form carefully crafted stained glass images. Etching on the bottom of each card is a title, each more ominous than the last. I just have to pick up one of them and that's it. It's decided. Cause he's a god. Somehow, part of me still hopes that the moment I choose a card, I'll wake up in my bed, and all this will be nothing but a bad dream. But that's not gonna happen. I fight my way through whatever comes next, no matter what it is. That's my only resolution, my only comfort. He's a crown sniffer, no! I'll make them wish they'd sent me home as soon as they saw me. I reach forward, my fingertips hovering over the edge of the cards. The air around them is charged, buzzing with energy. It laps on my skin, beckoning me to choose. And so I make a decision, perhaps my final one. Woo! We did it! We completed the demo! All right! All right! Well, we just got the prologue for the demo, so that's it. Yahoo! No, we don't get to see the choice, but we did it! We got through the whole prologue! Woo, woo, woo! Oh, I'm so freaking excited. The content warnings, it is violence, death, mild horror, body horror, mild jump scares, disturbing imagery, some flashing images, and the game is 17 plus. What's my favorite? I don't even know anymore. So far I'm still leaning towards Envy. Gael was really cool, but did we get all the CGs? Possible. Does it matter which one? Well, you know, we don't get all of them, but... So we just didn't get Amon's. Yeah. These are our... These are our peoples. So yeah, I'm leaning towards Envy. Gael was really cool, and then the mind control happened, and I went, and Zal is very interesting. I feel like as the very youngest, Zal would be hilarious. But I don't know. It's also exciting. So yeah, they have a Kickstarter that will be happening soon. You can you could also play the demo yourself if you want to. Yeah. As well, you can follow them. They have Twitter. They have Tumblr. Let me. Here is the Steam link, and here is their Twitter link. So yeah, oh my god, 10 out of 10 demo, literally 10 out of 10 demo, because I'm like, I want more. That was so good. There was such like the consistent it wasn't horror, it was terror. The consistent theme of the terror just only increased and increased and increased and increased. There was never a part where I felt like the pacing was off, or like suddenly like, oh, everything's totally okay. There was always just a little hint, a little glimmer of how fucking bad everything could get at any moment. Yeah, the tension was so perfectly good. Nothing felt like it was too big, which is fucking hard to do. Yeah. Yeah, everything about this demo was just like chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Yeah. Yeah, the shortened little bits of dialogue, the not full voice acting. Yeah, my biggest complaint was being called Bunny. I was not a bunny, I'm a cat. But other than that, I mean, and then that's a silly. Yeah, the limited voice acting did kind of remind me a bit of Fire Emblem. Yeah, Bunny was all from Amon. But then again, it looks like his character is like the teasing type that thinks of weird nicknames, so.
Also, hello, Black Nickel.
Yeah, multiple people did not think we were Bunny. It was just all from Amon. Yeah. I mean, he calls Envy Vivi. So, you know. Yeah. But yeah, oh my god, that was so much fun. That was so much fun. But that's all I have planned for tonight. Also, apparently there were ways to die in the demo. There were like 5 ways to die in this demo. I never got any of them. I was really worried. I was like, knowing myself and how badly I bad end often, I was expecting to die, but I didn't. Yeah, all that visual novel experience paying off. Yeah, restart and see if I find them. How about we die real quick? I mean, probably if I don't react fast enough to the horror terror monster. That would probably kill me. Or if I just leave from Envy, that would probably kill me too. Yeah, there was a time choice. But yeah. That was so much fun. So tomorrow is Verche. Tomorrow is more Verche. Definitely not an early stream. Normal time stream. Then yeah, exactly. Yeah, from terror to horror. And then Friday will probably be more Verche as well, next Friday. And then, so here's a fun thing. Next Saturday, I have another special thing. We started chapter 5 and La Salu has 6 chapters and 3 endings, 3 bad endings, and then we go through all the good endings, which we can skip through, I guess. Skip 2. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much for stopping by, Shiranui. I really appreciate it.
But yeah, our special thing Saturday. Oh, it's the last chapter diverges. The last chapter diverges. The special thing for Saturday is I posted about this in Discord, on the Discord. I received another code. I received a new code. I received a code for the otome game Celestia Chain of Fate, which is an upcoming otome game that actually is coming out on the 12th of September. The 12th of September. And I got offered a review code to play it early. It is full, but I can't play more than the 10th chapter before it's released. So what I'm going to be doing is we're going to be playing like the prologue. We're going to do like a usual, maybe a little bit of a long stream. Yeah. And then, so yeah, we're going to do a introductory first look stream, and then I probably will shelve it for a little bit. And we will come back to it unless it gets chosen to be the next otome that we play. Because once we finish Verche, we got to decide what we're playing next. But yeah, that is all the time I have for tonight. Thank you everybody so much for stopping by and watching this. And, you know, thank you so very much to Ravenstar Games for giving me this opportunity. I had so much fun with this. There's not that much left in Verche. There's not that much left. 2 chapters, couple endings, and then more endings. But yeah. So without any further ado, let's pop over here. You all know the usual song and dance. If you're not already following me on social media, I'd appreciate it very much if you would. As well, if you're not already part of our update-only Discord, I would love to see you there. This has been so much fun. This game is great, and it is 100%. I'm 100% backing it on Kickstarter when it comes out. I'm so freaking excited. Oh, you're good, Phantom. Thank you for stopping by while you could. I appreciate it. All right. Well, I hope you all have a wonderful meowing, afternoon, evening, whatever time it is for you. And, well, without any further ado, bye-bye!